Hope we're all doing good. Hope you're all doing good. MJ, how do I hope I hope you're not losing your mind in an unfun way, but it can be fun sometimes. It can be fun to lose your mind a little bit. It doesn't sound like it's fun though. Such is life. Such is life. Oh my good gracious. Yo, how do I appreciate the monumental effort sacrificing the homework for the nap stream, but do make sure you do what work you need to do. It's very kind of you, but good lord, don't sacrifice your schooling for the sake of some Napoleon the Seventh. My god, man. Oh good gracious. Yo, thunder. Oh god, the unbroken was pretty broken today when I sacrificed her for the bruh. Why would you do such a thing? Yo, great outdo, overwhelming the senses with many sounds. Pew, 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 pew. Fire from all cylinders. Oh my good gracious, but hello, Grit, hello. It's an unfun way at this point. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, dude. That sucks. That's never, it's no good. That's no good. That's just, ugh. That's rough. That's, it's just bad, you know? It's a bad time. It's not good when you lose your mind, you know? Not that it's your fault, I'm just saying, I can empathize. It's okay, I'm doing homework early and technically already read the book. I guess, but listen, you know, you gotta stay consistent with the school, and it's important. You get all learned and whatnot, you know? You learn the ins and outs of life, like, well, I guess they don't really teach you much about taxes. What do they teach? I don't know, presidents. That's kind of it. You know, trivia questions. Those are important. They teach you good life skills. Like, I don't know, don't make 1 2 3 4 5 your password, because like 1 2 3 4 5 is a bad password. You know? Hey! Oh my god. Teaches you lots of good life skills. You know, like a good transition. You never know. Philosophy. Oh my good gracious. I may be sitting, I may have been sitting with the stream on pause for 5 minutes. Did Nap cry when I said, yeah, I did. I said, why would you do such a thing? Uthgard is way too important, Thunder, please. Oh my god. That's my wife. Oh my good gracious. Oh my good. They clearly did not teach you how to make a good transition. That was a wonderful how dare you? That was a fantastic transition. I won't hear it. I won't hear it today on this fine Monday. Oh my good gracious. Howdy chat, howdy lurkers, howdy mod watchers, howdy nap, how do Tiger? I hope you've been well, man. I hope I have just woken up. Oh, they have awoken, sir. Congrats. I hope you had a good snooze. I hope it was potent. Is potent a good word for sleeping? Yeah, a potent sleep. Yeah, sure. Like really effective, you know? I'm sure that counts, right? That works, right? Maybe. Either way, chatters. We have big plans for today. We have big plans. We're gonna continue to work a little bit on the factory, but particularly we're gonna start working on, I'm gonna teach. Yeah, I'm gonna teach us. I'm gonna learn you some pretty decent, you know, kelp farm builds. Because, you know, I'm gonna build a kelp farm in there. We finally had the schematics. I've been working all week on it with David. And we think we probably got something solid. It's based similar to the bamboo schematics, but with some slight changes and alterations, some sizing differences, and a little addition to add a smoking component that will make it dry out the leaves. It's our new alternative fuel source. You see, David wants to go green. David thinks that the city shouldn't be full of smog and coal smoke. Which I don't know. I mean, I think that really brings the town together, don't you? I feel like that really brings the place. It really ties everything in, you know? But, you know, if it makes him happy. Certainly describes it. I slept 12 hours. Well, hopefully it was like a good 12 hours. Hopefully it wasn't like, you know, when you sleep either like even too long and you wake up and it's like somehow worse. It's like somehow you're more tired. And it's like, how is that possible? I slept like way longer than normal. But somehow, somehow you got. You saw David without us. I see David all the time without you guys, you know? L plus ratio. I'm seeing the man on the daily. It's L to you that you just don't see him, you know? That's on you. You should be here more. If I be here more, I mean be here in my free time. Be here off stream, you know? Be in my house. Janice, why aren't you dedicated enough to have NSA tapped my computer and bore witness to every time I log into the Minecraft world? That's what real commitment does. Visually, with my eyeballs, with my peepers. Yes, in a visual capacity, I have seen David. All right, that's why I went to Bermuda. Oh man, what'd you think? Did you like it? It's very sunny, you know. It's balmy weather. It's warm all the time, you know. Hurricane season right now, so that's no good. But yeah, otherwise it's pretty good. So I need to make like 14 more of these because I need 20 of these suckers because we are making a 7x22 area to house all of the kelp farm. This is gonna be one section of kelp farm for one section of factory. It's gonna be great. Over on this side, I'm thinking we either might make another kelp farm or we might make move the auto smelter into here or make a secondary auto smelter, and then that will be a whole thing, and then it'll go into another thing back here. But that's you know, that's whatever. God, I want a hurricane. Don't say that. That's a bad thing. I don't want a hurricane to hit you. No, that's very bad. I don't even. Are there hurricanes currently like en route anywhere? I feel like they're not. I mean, mind you, that's just me not paying attention to like anything outside of Minecraft and Minecraft, TikTok, and just like stuff I gotta write up. Like, oh, and a reading. Oh no, I didn't. Oh my god, I gotta read that. Anyway, but that's not important. I'll do that later. It'll get done. Maybe. I'll read it in the morning. You know, that's the best time to do your reading when you're fresh. You know. But I don't pay attention either. We're just a bunch of non-attention payers, you know. None of us are paying our attention due. My mind. But yeah, I'm pretty confident that I'm pretty confident that I'm gonna be just fine for doing up. Excuse you. I'm pretty confident that I'm gonna be fine to do up all that I need. I should have all the materials. Ink. We shall see. Gonna do that for now. Let's see. Piston. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. No, I need 14, please. What am I missing? Oh, I need one more cobble. What chest has cobble in it? I really should label these better. There we go. I really oughta label my chests better. You know that? I feel like maybe sometimes I just don't label them well enough. Okay, so that's those 20 that I'm gonna need. What else was I gonna need? I was gonna need a whole whack of fence or gates. Read it live on stream. Give us a bedtime story. You're right. You're so right, King. Here, 1 second. You're so based. You're so right. Let me just pull this sucker out. Let me just pull this bad boy out. You're so all right. Nope. No, not the. Yeah, there we go. The Julio-Claudian Emperor's civil government and military concerns. Okay, here we go. Everybody buckle in, you know? Everybody get ready for just a glorious old story, you know? The relations between each emperor and his subject encompass dealings with the highest order, that is, senators and equites, and within the masses, comprising the populace of Rome itself and Roman subjects everywhere. Julius Caesar's assassination had revealed how dangerous it was for a Roman ruler to shame or humiliate his supposed peers in any way. Augustus had deliberately opted to portray himself as a principe, who was primus inter pares, first among equals, rather than rex or dictator, thus emphasizing civil rather than military power. The personal tone of this relationship with individuals had disguised and mitigated a transformation of Rome's institutions. Further, the civil upheavals ended the Republic and had brought many new men into the upper orders of the echelons of society. Much within, blah blah blah, hoo blah. Much within, you will see this development of greater control and power amongst the equite class within Rome. Wasn't that riveting? I don't even want to know. I don't even want to know what viewership I'm at. It's all zero. It goes right to zero instantly. My life points. No. What was I doing? Oh yeah, I was getting ready for my build, my cool little build. What's gonna be easiest? Definitely just Oak. I'm just gonna do Oak. That's gonna be the easiest option, I think. Oak gates, why not? No, oh my god. Perfect. Didn't work as a bedtime story. Now I'm awake and interested. It was interesting until you started talking quickly and making fun of yourself. Well, that's half of my bit. Chatters, please, if I took myself seriously, then would never get anything accomplished, you know? Chatters, come on. I mean, it's not like it's a subject of some interest. The Julio-Claudian period in general is what a lot of people tend to be like started out interested in wise for Rome. It's basically, well, not Caesar technically, because even though like we think of Caesar as an emperor, technically he never was an emperor. It's a whole thing. Technically, it would be wrong to classify Caesar as one of the emperors because, you know, he never held that position. He got before that could happen. He was only ever consul. Unlike homeboy Napoleon, he got to be first consul and emperor. Same pipeline, really. But yeah, that's like a whole thing. So Augustus is technically the first emperor of Rome. Technically. He's not the first dictator of Rome, and he's not the first king of Rome. He wasn't a king at all, technically. But so he's not one of those, but which is why he wasn't Rex or king. But you know, that's a whole other thing. Fun fact, actually, Caesar eventually becomes like the term, like eventually deeper to way later into the empire. The term Augustus and Caesar become synonymous for emperor and second to the emperor. As just like every Augusti would have a Caesar, and so it became the title that became what it mean, like to be emperor was to be Caesar, and that's why later on in life you have things like czars in Russia and kaisers, because also Caesar's likely meant to have been actually pronounced as Kaiser. The C probably makes a k noise, not a s noise, but that's linguistics, baby. That's nobody needs to know that. I'm still gonna say Caesar salad. You know what I mean? Like I'm still gonna call it Caesar. But yeah, that's like a whole side thing about all that. And then that was mostly in the period of like Diocletian and like when Rome splits into East and West, and there's 4 emperors at any given time. So it's this whole thing. King too. Yeah, and that's where king comes from as a term. And that's what Tsar and Kaiser mean in respective languages and stuff like that. And yeah, and that's like Rex also is equatable to king, because Rex was like literally king, because the terminology was different, because Rex and Tyrannus and all these other groups. There were kings. They were the Etruscans. The Etruscans were the kings of the Latins, and then the Latins revolted and eventually found Rome. And that's a whole thing. But yeah, it's like an interesting little tidbit of history. But it's nothing that's ever gonna probably like save your life. Unless, I don't know, you're on maybe like Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, and then they're like, for the final question, for all the bullion that we could provide you, and you go, oh my god, I've always wanted bullion. Means treasure. You know, in case you crazy kids weren't up to date on old-timey terms for loot, treasure, and gold. Bullion is another one that means something like that. But yeah, I mean, Rome's system of government in general is this whole thing. I know it's okay. Oh, you are a hip kid, MJ. You know that bullion is treasure. I'm just like, oh, don't worry about me. I'm hip. I'm with it. I understand the kids of today. I totally know that bullion is treasure. Treasure. Hopper. Wait, why? Why no? Oh, I just made it into wood. I didn't make any chests. I was like, why? No, that's not fair. I'm gonna need 20 of those, I think. Oh no, I need 40 pistons. It's 20 per side. Oh my god, I'm an idiot. Yeah, all right. I need more cobble. Where's oh god. Oh my god, sweet Jesus. There's definitely cobble around here. We'll figure it out. But yeah, I thought for a Monday stream we'd take it chill. We'd just have a nice little like redstone building first part to the stream, because that's usually like a lot more of a chill like hangout session of a stream rather than me screaming at you constantly. I mean, who knows? Maybe that's the preference. Maybe the preference is me absolutely losing my mind, you know? Why do bullion and bullion sound the same? Huh. My guess, totally out of nowhere, like out of thin air, my guess is one is associated with another language. Like one is probably a stolen term. You know, like I imagine like bullion is in like the like soup type cue, like for broth. I assume is like probably related to another language. Who's guy's last name? Oh, it could be that too. That's also another answer for that usually. But that's why like moose isn't meese, but goose is geese. You know what I mean? Because like moose comes from, I don't know if it's a specific tribe. I know it's Native American. So like it's a term from natives that we just adopted into English, much like a number of other words, like lieutenant and stuff like that, which is a French word. So like we didn't change it at all to obey the laws of English grammatical structure, because it's not an English word. But then the British do something weird. The British say lieutenant. They don't change the spelling. They say lieutenant though. I don't know why. All I've ever found on that, I remember I went digging once. I was like, why though? And all I've ever found is it's just the British don't like the French. And it's like, yeah, the British just didn't want to use the pure French word because, well, they hate the French. And I was like, that's psychotic. That's why they say lieutenant for that reason? They got a lieutenant general or whatever? A chemist and a plumber apart. Asked them to read aloud the word unionized. Unionized. Oh, that's clever, actually. I like that. That's a clever. It's technically not even a joke, really. that's good. I like that. Oh man. Oh, speaking of, I'm glad to see. I think the Writers Guild strikes. The Writers' strike is gonna probably come to an end. So I'm pretty pleased with that. Good for them. I'm glad. I think they got a good deal so far, and I'm hopeful that they did. It was very important that they would. Otherwise, writing, writing has just genuinely become less and less of a viable career for a lot of people in show business because of like the constant efforts of corporations to remove any possibility of sharing of profit. And so, you know, it's good to see that they've actually gotten a deal. Next up will be SAG, but this would also mean that, you know, some stuff can get started. Well, like Stranger Things, which is gonna be weird because I'm pretty sure like The kid who plays Dustin in that is like 21 now, or like 22. Dude's 21 or 22, and he's gonna be back to playing like a middle schooler. That's just funny. Yo, Canadian, dude, what's up, man? Long time no see. I hope you've been well, dude. I hope you've been well. I hope life's been treating you well. I hope you haven't been lost to the mist. I hope the fog clouds of life have not been of your hillland has not led you astray. I love how foggy it always is there. I don't know where it is, but it's just awesome to me. It seems like it's foggy every morning, and fog's cool to me. It's like clouds, but close to the ground. I'm not. The only reason I'm here is because I'm sorry to hear that, dude. Is it just like a cold? Is it not that you gotta tell me. I'm just is it like just like a cold sickness or like the flu or something like that? That sucks. I have liquids and soup. Lots of soup. Not the villager. He's otherwise occupied. But have lots of soup. Like I don't know. Italian meatball soup's pretty good. And minestrone, that's pretty solid. Ooh, Italian wedding soup, that's astounding. Always have that when you can. It's the greatest thing. It's like a gift. It's a gift from the heavens above. I don't want to throw any of this stuff away. I guess the clay. I have a renewable source of it now, so you know, whatever. That's gonna be enough, yeah. I could absolutely tear up some tomato soup right now. Right? Like, oh, some nice tomato soup. You gotta have it with grilled cheese, though. I feel like I've never had I have once, probably once or twice, and it's always less satisfying when it doesn't have a grilled cheese with it, or like some little like goldfish crackers to throw into that bad boy, just to be like, "Pow!" But gotta eat them quick. I don't want them to get soggy. I like it when the goldfish still have crunch. Which feels like a very specific opinion to hold towards goldfish and tomato soup. Now that I feel like I came out about that a little too vehemently. I feel like I shouldn't care that much about the concept of the crunch of a goldfish in a spoonful of tomato soup. But here we are, nevertheless. Oh, my joints hurt and I'm surviving. Oh no, that's oh my god. Aches and pains. Me oh my. That's always the worst kind of sick, when it's just like an achy sick. Oh man. Telling you what, it does though, right? Oh, I love fall because I can have more soup finally. I love good soup. Listen, you go out, you go find some random elderly lady, she will let you come back to her place and make soup. You can make soup. Don't find a random. I'm just saying, grandmothers love making soup. They don't even care if they know you. They want to make soup, and if you're offering, they're like, oh yeah, I know how to make soup. Come on, let's go. And then you go with them, you shop with them at the little market, and then you go back, and then you make some soup. Mind you, I've always known the elderly women that I've made soup with, but either way, it's an important thing to do, and by God, do I love doing it. Oh, I missed the hydrate. I missed the... Make sure you'll stay hydrated. Oh my good gracious. Yeah, chat will ensure that I don't catch a cold. I mean, I don't catch a cold because I don't leave my house. 800 points back in May day. Yep, inflation hits everywhere, man. Even the Napoleon stream. Oh my god. Yo, but again, I'll do. I had to leave work early because every movement hurt. Oh, dude, I'm surprised. 5 more days this week, and I'm like, hope the sickness goes away. Oh man, working sick sucks. Well, I mean, hopefully some rest and fluid and whatnot will have you back to tip-top shape, and you won't be absolutely catatonic at work. There's nothing worse, man. There really isn't. I think I lost my 9-month sub streak. Ow! I mean, normally you can get it back so long as you sub within the same month that you lose it. I think like that it overlaps or whatever. But you know, and it's September. Fun fact. It's nearly the end of September, which means, you know, I don't know. Subs are how much? I think like 20 or 40% off or something like that. What was I doing? Oh yeah, Piston. Baba Booey. That's still not enough. I need so many more. I'm gonna set that there, but I'm gonna take that. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna whap, whap, bang, bang. You know what? I'm gonna put some of this andesite away. I'm not even using it this. My auto said no. Auto, oh, I didn't see any auto mine. It might have been too long of a message. I know that happens sometimes. I could nap, hydrate nap 100. Oh, let's not talk about how many times we can hydrate nap. All right, listen. Cool, casual, 412 hydrate. See, this is why I added the pizza slices, so that you would have something to spend on, spend your points on, or the joke book, so that you could spend points. And it wouldn't actually be, oh yeah. That works, that works. That was auto-modded, but I'll let that. It just said no. It just said no. Oh my god. Oh, and I need more of this. More of the old magic dust. Distance. Probably. I don't need to do that many. I think only 7 more. Yeah, that's how many I need to do. Grand. So 40 of those. I'm gonna need just a heck of a lot more gates. Okay, well that made 1 more gate. I'm gonna need a few more than that. Oh god. Baba booey, baba booey, baba booey. Gate. Baba pow. That should be a good amount to get started with. I'm gonna need that. I will need some water over there. I really don't need that at all. I don't need either of these. Okay, they're right back in my inventory. That's fine. Poggers!
Red heart.
Red heart indeed! Red heart indeed! Thank you, Killer. Thank you so much for the sub, dude! 20 months, good lord! Oh my god, I didn't even notice the code, or I didn't even notice the joke redemption, my god! I'm being censored out here. This is so 1984. Literally 1984. Oh my sweet. I got it. All right. What are we doing? 412? Easy elo, easy life. I got you. Let me flip that. 412 of the not ad time. Not ad time. Oh my god. What could you possibly need a stack of gates for?
OMG,
oh my
26
god!
months? Well, would you look at that, but no, I'm here for a different reason. Now, Napoleon the 7th.
That me?
May I ask why the change of stream gif? Cause this is absolutely absurd, so you best go back to the other one, Slorpoi. Anyway, love y'all chatters, less than 3.
The other one didn't come up! The other one didn't come up when I never saved it. I always type the word stream into the, into the gif, set it on Discord, and I use whatever the first option is normally, but then it wasn't a stream, and I was like, fine. So I had to look up rivers. Oh god! Oh my sweet Jesus. Anyway, Killer did redeem ad time, and so alas. Also, I'm sorry, before I say that, Joker, thank you so much for 26 months, dude. Oh my good golly. I will try my darn diddly darndest to have by Friday your old stream back as ought to be. But for those of you who are not subbed, best of luck. You don't gotta stick around to watch that. Go get a glass of water. Go stretch. Go do something like that. I mean, don't close the stream, but like you know, don't let them force you to watch ads. Just walk away from your TV. Go get a glass of water. Go get a glass of water. That'll be worth it, right? Glass of water would be perfect. All right, I'll see you after the ad. Baba boy. I engaged them. Or maybe you've already recently had ads, and so you don't gotta worry about it. Who knows? 412, before I get too distracted. Oh, it's knock knock jokes. Ayo! All right, joke number 412. Knock knock. Who's there? Abe. Abe who? Abe CDEFGHIJKLMNOP. Okay. Okay. There you go. It's an alphabet joke. Hey, who doesn't love the alphabet? What do you mean, MJ? That was such a good joke. That was such a good joke. Good lord, killer. Good lord, man. Man said, you know what? Drink away, pal. Just start drinking it down. Okay, I need hoppers. Chests. We'll make some more chests first because I need. Okay, I need about 20 hoppers. So. That's covered. As for what I'm gonna need so many gates for, I need the gates for I need all these gates for the use of a kelp farm that I'm gonna make. I'm making an old kelp farm in a new factory we've been working away on. So that is the raison d'etre of all those gates. But you know, a stack might not even be enough. I genuinely might need more than a stack. I can't remember. Drown for your sins of awful jokes. It's not my sin. I didn't write the book. Hey, gotta go, pal. I didn't make these happen. Found my old streak was 17 months. Yeah! I'm getting an iPad and an Apple Pencil for school sometime this week. Let's go! That is pretty neat. I'll be able to do art class with all my classmates. And also because my laptop takes an hour to boot up. Oh my good gracious. Yeah, I felt that. I had a Dell laptop that took a genuine. Actually, I still have it. It's right over there. It takes genuinely like 10 minutes to boot up, and I go like, love that Dell logo. My God. Do you remember my car? I remember its dashboard. I remember its dashboard well. Can't remember if I've ever posted. I don't think you've ever posted about like your full car. I've seen from your dashboard the mist and the fog. I feel like that's about it. Water. I need observers. Oh God, I need to go get quartz, don't I? I mean, I need 40 quartz. All right, that's easy enough. I think I have 40 quartz back at the old manor. But either way, I have purchased another whip. My God, another whip. What happened to the old one? Did it blow up? Did it go kablooey? No, I still have it. Oh, okay, sick. You're just starting a collection. Nice, dude. That does sound pretty surreal. I can understand that. Yeah. Are you a big car guy? You've never really talked about it, so I don't know if you are. Right? If you're a big like old muscle car type thing, or if it's just like classic cars, or if it's any vehicle. Like classics, like I don't know, like Cutlass or like a like an Eagle or something like that, or like an old like '76 Camaro or something like that. I knew a guy who once had a 76 Camaro. It was sick. It was awesome. And then it caught on fire. Like, and again, it just burst into flames in the middle of a Wendy's parking lot. And I was like, all right, well, you know, can't win them all, pal. Like, I mean, don't get me wrong, R.I.P., but like, I was like, dang, glad I wasn't in that. It looks bad. That look, ooh, it looks a little hot in there. And you know, oddly enough, he didn't appreciate the jokes at the time. As time went by, he started to like them. He laughed. After some time had passed, he laughed. That's right. It was a good joke. It just needed some time to cook. Ba-dum-bum. Not unlike the Camaro. 2011 Mazda 3 GS at a new car is a 1997 BMW. Yo. I'm trying to picture what a 97 BMW looks like. Oh, reliable. HP laptop is no longer reliable. It is literally coming apart. Oh my god, wait, like the keys and everything, they're popping out? Any processing. The iPad will replace it. The iPad will deliver us from evil and our sins. Oh, I love that. These can't be broken down, can they? I don't think I can like reverse engineer. No, I can't. Where's like, why don't I have a crusher? Why is there no crusher to make things into like pebbles? Lame. Gonna go to the nether just briefly just to go get enough quartz for some observers? Really? I have no other quartz kicking around? Are you serious? I don't have 40 quartz I can pull together? I got 20, which is enough for one row, but I need enough for two. Oh, I do have another hopper. I am gonna take that. I'm not seeing anything of use or value in there. Did I lose some over here? I have so many abandoned chests. It's got a crack in the casing. I have no idea where it came from. But the back just kind of hangs a teeny bit. Ooh. Ooh, ooh la la. Well, I mean, hopefully then, yeah, your iPad situation will let you have like a much more fluid experience. That's what I was looking for. Much more fluid. Good lord! Totally haven't. Thanks so much for 20. Jesus Christ, man! Oh my lord, dude! Bruh! Mans is out here! Oh my god! Thank you so much, dude! Dude, hey, look, I'm subbed again. Howdy, humans and humanoids! I win! Oh my good gracious. I think you're 5 off, actually. Woof. Woof. Oh my good gracious. No! Dude just starts throwing hands. No! No! Totally Ewan came in here to be a superhero. Dude's absolutely saving some streaks right now. But it's still just like, no! No! My perfect plan. What was I doing over here? Oh, I'm coming here for the quartz, right. Thank you so much for 10 more, dude! That's 30, man, Jesus! You were only 5 off! Oh my god. Thank you so much for 30, dude! Mans has taken the lead. First place ranked supreme. Double diamond gold. But dude, thank you so much. That's so generous, dude. Genuinely. Oh my god. Caleb's not gonna be happy about that. Dude's gonna lose his mind. Dude's gonna absolutely like... I feel like he's gonna show up ominously and crater me into the ground. But seriously, man, thank you so much. Oh my god. Anyway, I sent a link that looks what my car looks like. Oh, take a look after stream, dude. Do I have no cards saved? What is this? A school for ants? He don't need to know. What if he just has like an alarm bell, dude? What if he just dude just has like a submarine alarm? Just, what? Something has happened. I feel a disturbance. Man's gonna appear like death in Puss in Boots. He scares me. I gotta rest because I'm sick. Everyone's sick out here today. I mean, you guys were always sick, but yeah, now you're all falling ill. Oh my god. But have a good night, buddy cat. I hope you feel better, dude. Yo, out, dude, Red. No. But yeah. Oh, I can't even remember what I was saying. I was saying something totally human. I can't even remember what I was talking about. My god, man. You have like just an insane ability of mind break. Oh my god. Here's the thing for the gifted stuff. Well, you have totally human to thank for that. Dude was way too generous. I have a sore throat for a couple days, but I'm not entirely certain it's not because of the almonds I. What? How many did you eat? Was it like, are you saying you're arsenic poisoning? What do you mean? That takes so many almonds. Crushes a oh, right. Oh my god, Jesus. I'm even in here looking for quartz and I can't. My god, man. But yeah, Minecraft needs to add in a crusher capability. It needs to add in like a little like thing that I can toss rocks into and then it'll crush it and give me back its original form. I mean, they never will. That's a total modded thing, but like still. Oh man. I have stripped this place so barren. There is quartz up there though, so I'm safe. I'm good. We're solid. Don't worry, ladies and gentlemen. We're gonna be okay. We're gonna be okay. We're gonna be just fine. No one can stop us. Nah, I need a little bit more. Ever so slightly more. Perfect. Move over here. Uppies. Not allergic reaction. Almonds are sharp. They kind of stab the roof of my mouth. What part of the almond is sharp? What do you mean? What do you mean the almond is sharp? Dude's out here with like razor almonds. Perfect. We have 4. Oh, thank God. That's enough. We can get out of here, and I don't have to stay in here so long that I absolutely bite the bullet. This is wondrous news. Wait a minute. Yes, that should be enough. It's only gonna take 1, I believe. What? Yeah, that should be enough. It's basically a stack, so that should be more than enough. I missed out on a huge number of channel points because of my ad blocker didn't play well for some reason, so consider yourself lucky. Oh my god. Yeah, I do actually. Thank God. Oh my lord. Dude would be like, yeah, I can make nap hydrate 1,003 times. It's chill. I'm like, no, it's not chill. That's not chill at all. I know movies make people cry, but has a book ever made you cry? Oh yeah, tons of books have made me cry, dude. Are you kidding me? I have outright sobbed over books before, man. I've sobbed over like just too many things. I mean, I haven't, obviously, because I have no tear ducts and I'm incapable of that sort of a feeling. I've never cried once in my life. But in the hypothetical that we're talking about, yes, I could understand the idea that books would drive someone to such an emotion, you know? I remember actually once I was reading a book and long story short, like I wasn't able to read beyond the chapter or whatever, or like it left on a cliffhanger or whatever, and I needed to wait for the next book. And I swear to God, I like felt ill for like a full like 2 days afterward. Like I felt hollow and ill, and it was weird. I was like, why is this affecting? I was like, what? It is squiggles on a page. What is this doing to me? I was very confused. It was wild. It was an eerie experience where I was like, this is crazy. But it's the same way that I find it so interesting that books like horror books, like Stephen King novels, can like make people genuinely feel fear. Because it's like, at that, like, I can get it for a movie, but like for a book, and I've said this before, but like, you just close it. Just stop. Like, just close the thing. Just stop looking at the page. Just don't read it. In what way is this making you psychologically spooked? But at the same time, it's just like, that's like the power of kind of like the written word in your own imagination, you know? Later, man. Sleep well, dude. Have a wonderful week. And a great rest of it. Rest of your evening. Whole almonds, they're pointy at one end. I mean, like, kind of. Tiger, I think you're eating almonds incorrectly. You know, I concur. I would shovel egregious amounts of almonds with whole almonds. Oh my God. What is an egregious amount? Huh? At what point? At what point do we cross over into egregious with almonds, huh? 5? 10? 20? Like what amount makes it egregious? What a term to use. Oh my God. I love it. That's awesome. I ate an egregious amount of almond. Sorry, what? Oh, I love the 2 windmills, man. They make such a good like little skyline out the back. When I got the 3rd Heroes Olympus, wait, I'm sorry, what was that? I gave up on Percy Jackson when I got the 3rd Hero Olympus on release and read it on one day, and then realized I'd have to wait a year for the next one to come, and I just stopped there. Bro. That's like the 4th one's the best one of like anything he's written. The book thief made me cry, and embarrassingly enough, The Fault in Our Stars. I don't think that's I dislike the trend. I dislike the trend of like using and this is not to pick on you at all, Tiger. I don't even say I'm not even saying you are doing this. I'm just saying this reminds me of like the trend where a lot of people are just like, oh yeah, it's super embarrassing to cringe, and I'm like, no, it's not. It's okay to like things. It's okay to have like been like I don't know. I've never understood, and I'm not saying like the people who were super into it weren't like, you know, yeah, I wasn't gonna go play with them on the playground, but like the other kids who were like super into Five Nights at Freddy's, like back in like, I don't know, like 2015 or whatever. Like, yeah, it was a lot, but like good for them. I don't know, they were like really into something, and that's cool. That's good, like good for them. I feel like we're gonna become like a reductive culture that like just only ever trends towards what like the whole likes, because oh god forbid you're ever like cringe or anything like that. Again, this is not directed at you, Tiger. I'm just it's you know what, I'm gonna drop it there because it's a whole thing that sparks a whole thing with something else I saw online, and it just I plead the fifth. You can close the book, but you can't stop thinking about it. True, that's true. It does mess with your mind as you go. But it is one of those things. Like, it feels like, unlike a movie where it's like, you'd have to get up and like go turn off the movie and stuff like that. Like, you're like actively still reading along and like turning the page with like you're shaking and turning it or whatever. That's just funny. The only movie that ever made me cry, Old Yeller, Odd Thomas, Where the Red Fern Grows, and I've had a large number of books to cry. I can understand that. With books, when I've read an emotional climactic bit, I need to keep reading to try to maintain the emotional significance of the scene. And it's so annoying. Oh yeah, absolutely, man. It's like if something ever gets interrupted and you're in the middle of like the really peak moment of a scene, oh, it's bitter. Can't remember. I have those who can read. I envy those who can read books. And my younger self, I haven't read a novel in a while. I struggle to read my research articles. Yeah, it can be a lot, dude. Genuinely, I mean, a lot of society is trended towards making things like making it more difficult to maintain reading level. You know, I'll be honest. Like for myself, I've struggled with like getting back into like reading and stuff like that at times. I not to sound like I don't know like a boomer or whatever, but for me the one thing that ever worked was like I just tried to just stay entirely disconnected from a computer and like the internet for like a week, which and then like and only have books available as best I could. And that slowly I think started to like cause a return to like my ability to concentrate a little easier. But yeah, I don't know, it's wild. I think we're all gonna be insane in like old folks homes and like in like 70 years it's gonna be crazy, man. It's gonna be bonkers, you know. It's gonna be like girl dinner, yes, like yeah, take your pills, Gertrude, here you go. Like, I don't know why somebody suddenly named Gertrude, but yeah, it's oh my god, it's gonna be bad. It's gonna be like, road work ahead. I sure hope it does. And oh my god, it's gonna be bad. Like, number 1 victory royale. I had 17 victory royales when I was your age. I was cracked. I was absolutely busting it down. I was goated with the sauce, Sonny. You don't understand. I was a quirked up white boy, busting it down. It was not with a little bit of sauce. Who knows? And it's gonna be, yeah, sure thing, Grandpa. Whatever. Oh my god, then they're gonna plug themselves back into the mainframe because I guess we've all just joined a mainframe. Or we're gonna be around a campfire because that's what's gonna be worse. If I'm old and it's post-apocalyptic and it's a whole thing and I have to reference things that they're going, oh yeah, I'm sure you had a magic little box, Grandpa. I'm sure you had a magic little box that played what does he call it? A video, sure, pal. Well, I wouldn't be able to handle that. I'd lose my mind. You don't understand. There was these things. They were called talkies. They were very good. She told us. And you'd go, and it was a place called McDonald's. You ever see those big golden M's? That was a restaurant. Oh my god. They'll just put me down. Yo, we're playing. I'm so sorry. I totally looked away. Oh my god. My self-explanation would give me again. Thank you for the yeah, moles. Oh my god. Nowadays I spend a lot of free time reading stuff on my phone, mostly fanfic and some manga. Yeah, I have a friend who's like that. Where like they always talk to me because she's like, oh yeah, I don't read anymore, and I'm like, didn't you say that you read like? I think it was genuine. It was like something like in one night they polished off like it was like 200,000 words. I was like, that is a novel. What are you talking about? That had a beginning, middle, and end, and like subplot. What do you mean? You just explained it to me. I don't know anything about Call of Duty Ghost, but you just explained to me like a Netflix miniseries about like special operations. What are you talking about? That is a book. And then it's this whole thing. But she's infatuated. I don't even know how to. And she will never know that I told people about this. She does not know that I stream. Oh my god. But yeah, I'm like, what do you mean? Other books and some books I really didn't, were the Guy Bilton. Not hate to someone who does. Those books were very boring and she used to write. I get why people like them. Work. Yeah, that's fair. I think that's a total like valid critique writing did. It's the same way that like I love Tolkien's world. I don't like Tolkien's writing. I think it's just a little it insists upon itself. No, it's just too old school in some way. Well, that's not even fair because I do like Dickens. Oh my god, I thought the book was DDRBG, Kayla, a different book I had started. Back into revisiting childhood favorites, picking up books I wanted to read, but then thought only boys could. Now I am a boy. Ha ha! There you go, you've unlocked the secret. Oh no, not Cod Ghost. Yeah, I know, right? I'm going to read it and open it for months and not touch. I need to feel good. Ooh. I read 849-page book in a week. See, that's the thing. And then there's some people who can polish, and then there's some books that like, yeah, I recall I was ravenous for certain books. I remember it wasn't even like the Percy Jackson stuff. It was by the same author. It was we've talked about them before, the Kane Chronicles. I straight up would not put the Red Pyramid down. I was like in class and they were actively like, Napoleon, pay attention. And I was like, yeah, you got it. They'd walk 5 feet away and I'd pull that bad boy right back out. I'm like, yeah. You got it, boys. And then they'd be gone, turn away, go help somebody else with their math, and I'd be like, oh, I'm back, baby. What are you doing, Carter? What kind of magic's in the do-I? I was like, I gotta know what's happening. I was absolutely blasting through that thing, but I would not stop. They took it away, and then they left to go speak to another teacher in the hallway. And you better believe I snuck over to her desk. No, I snuck over to Miss Smith. I took it. I took it from your bottom drawer. You couldn't stop me. I knew where you keep it. Yeah, I wasn't waiting till the end of the day. Are you kidding me? I was reading that. I was getting that bad boy back, and I was reading it. Oh, man. And then she took it away again, and I was like, it's a different book. Oh, man. It just became this game of cat and mouse where I think she wanted to get like a lock for her desk because she was genuinely like at a loss for what to do. And I was like, let me read. I'm not learning the math anyway. I was like, I'm not learning anyway. At least I'm reading. Come on. That's solid logic. Yeah, she didn't see it that way. She did not see my logic as flawless. Odd, I know, because it was flawless. Who needs math? Who needs math when I can learn obscure facts about Egyptian mythology? This feels, honestly, it was a crime. It was a hate crime. I think she was just prejudiced, you know? I think that was, I think she needs to reevaluate herself. I'm gonna say it. I'm just saying. I was a Nancy Drew kid. Oh, I knew some people like that, which is wild because those are like really classic books. I always wanted to read Hardy Boys. I also at the end of the collection of 3 Hardy Boys books in 1 volume, and honestly, I'm glad I read it, but I'm not missing out on much. Yeah, I think I've read 1 or 2 Hardy Boys. They're like fun little reads. Hardy Boys feels like a good pocket book. You know what I mean? Like you'd have it in your back pocket. You just pull it out whenever. You're at like a I don't know, like you're waiting at the Bermuda bus stop station, and yeah, you're just waiting there, and you got some time. You can just read while you're on the public transport or anything like that. But I probably have liked it better as a younger person, with less developed brain. Figuring out puzzles would have been a hoot. Yeah, exactly. And sometimes it goes too quick now, I guess. Yeah. I don't know what you're talking about, MJ. You're crazy. Absolutely stole it back at the end of class. Exactly. You're not keeping my stuff. I mean, I stole it back mid-class, but because L to them. I wasn't waiting. I needed to know. Observer. Observe. Observer. I'm not even gonna. That's stupid. Yeah, let's put that in there for now. Crazy? I was crazy once. Do I need more? No way. No way. Come here. That's crazy. Crazy? I was crazy once. Put me in a room. I'm a room. I'm a room full of rats. You know, I know where I can go. I don't need to go all the way back to the mine. Nah, baby. I'm coming into the underground. Way down in the underground. Got friends on the other side. Yeah, baby. Okay, that's carrots. No, it's smooth stone. You fiends. You fiends. How could you do this to me? You know, it's fine. It's fine. It's, you know. I think maybe there's some over here. Maybe there's some over here. Get a little secret between us and the world. See me insult you. I don't care if you guys insult me. It would be a weakness for me to keep such things out of the auto mod. You have made your statement with the intent for it to be made publicly, and so I shall make it public, assuming it is not something that violates rules. You see, I am democracy manifest. I am a firm, benevolent ruler, and I will let through your inner dialogues. Oh yeah, baby! Don't even come near me. Okay, good. Let's go. This way. Yo, dang it! Dude, what's up, man? How do? I wonder if David crazy be instructed. No, he has an enrichment center now. It's fine. David is getting enriched. David has some Nancy Drew books. I think, you know what I will say? I really find a lot of like classic books. I find a lot better if I chose, like if you choose to read them alone. I think like on your own accord, you will instantly like classics. I think a lot more and like understand more why it's a classic than if you had to like read it for school. I really do feel like there's something inherent that I'm like, no, now I don't want to read it. Like it's just this weird thing where I'm like, well now I don't want to. What more do I need? Observe. Am I out of cobble again? Jeez, I only need 4 more. Jeez Louise. In which case, I shall drop down here into the region below, and I shall come and get some cobble. Isn't this lovely little cobble mine lovely? I totally remembered this was here, you know? This was so planned. You know, there's gonna be catacombs underneath. The mines are gonna become the catacombs of this city eventually. You know that? It's gonna be a whole thing. I'm gonna need to go out into lightning storms and get charged creepers to blow up next to like skeletons so I can put skulls everywhere, and then it'll be like the catacombs in Paris. Which I feel would be really freaky deaky. Also, apparently most of them not actually charted yet. Lots of people still die in those. Wild. The fact that they like just have never totally charted them out, you know what I mean? Like that's crazy to me. I feel like that's genuinely bonkers. That they're just like, yeah, well, you know, we'll maybe someday. And they've just never fully charted the thing. That's insane, right? That's not just me. I like Gatsby and Into the Wild. Those were the 2 that required reading I like. And that's the thing. It's not like I don't think required reading can be enjoyable either. Like, for instance, I never disliked Shakespeare plays. I totally loved reading Macbeth and Hamlet and stuff like that. School never put a damper on that for me. But I also know that I didn't dislike school that much. Well, I liked parts of school. I hated other parts of school. It was a whole thing. You know, like, listen, when you know, take the word from me, Chad, when you no longer have to deal with courses you didn't personally like sign up for, woohoo, boy howdy. Suffering through Narnia. Do you know the guy who played Edmund? The guy who played Edmund in Narnia is now like a UN delegate. Like he's like a diplomat. I wonder if he has like an admin who like buys him like Turkish delights for Christmas or something. I feel like he must. Surely that must be something that's done. How could you pass up such an opportunity? Don't have. What else do I need? Some chests. Sure. We'll be good to go then after that. Alright. Let's go get some stuff laid down. CJ No, the guy who played Edmund. The guy see y'all again in 6 months later, Canadian. Bye, dude. I hope you feel better, man. But no, the guy who played Edmund in the movie, in the movie, that guy. He eventually, yeah, like nowadays he's no longer an actor. He's just a UN delegate, which is just, I don't know, that's cool, man. I think that's awesome. Yeah, let's do that. Let's go make smooth stone. Slowly but surely, chatter. Slowly but surely, we will have this thing up and running. It'll be glorious. It'll be everything I wanted and more. There was one book I remember I read that was like effectively I mean, it was a published thing, but effectively it was a fan fiction from, like, is my understanding basically of like, it was, I guess historical fiction's the word for it, but it's just because it, like, Shakespeare was a character in it that I'm like, that feels like something that people would do with, like, I don't know, fan fiction or something. And it's like, it was called like Q for Treason. And it was, anyway, it was this whole like, Twilight? No. What? No. Though I think there was a class that read Twilight as like their project. Oh, okay. Well, that's, none of that is what I wanted cooked, but you know what? Let me get some more coal, I guess. Yo, medicine! I'll do. Hope you've been well. Hope you've been well. Q or Q? Q. C-U-E. Q. Q for treason. Because it's like Q is in like your stage Q. Like, that's your Q. Yeah, it was a Q for treason because it was like, it revolved around the idea of like these two kids in Shakespearean time getting wrapped up in an attempt on Queen Elizabeth I's life. Yeah, it was this whole thing. I don't even know where the teacher found it. We didn't have books or something. Like she just like had this book and like read it to us. It was this whole thing. What do I need? Coal. That's what I need. I need coal. You said it was more like fan fiction. Yeah. Well, when I said it was more like fan fiction, what I meant was just, I guess that's what I assume it's like, is because you're including people who are like actual people, and you're including like, or storylines that like actually existed of like Shakespearean storylines, and you're making it fit to your new version of a story set with characters and people and ideas that like weren't originally yours. I guess it's just historical fiction at that point though. But is historical fiction, well, I guess it is its own genre. I don't know, are there historical fan fiction? I guess, is that just historical fiction at that point? Like, now I'm not sure, because I know like I know I've heard that there's people who've made like, I know I've heard, and maybe this is just memes, I could be wrong, so I don't mean to offend anybody, but like I've heard there are people who write fan fictions about like historical people or like real people. So it's like, if that is possible, then doesn't that make this a fan fiction about Shakespeare and his life? They're absolutely historical fiction. Okay, well there you go. Yeah, so yeah. I know it's a genre on AO3. Yeah, so like basically, but this was like a book published in the 80s. So it's like way before that existed. But it's not unlike how people will talk about like Dante's Inferno is conceivably the same thing as making fan fiction of biblical stories. Which I guess if someone were to make, that's a question. Do people make fan fiction for the Neil Gaiman show, the Good Omens? Because at what point are you just writing about the Bible then? Like if you're just literally like are you just making Christian like is that just Christian fan fiction then? Because like at that point you're straight up like, oh yes, and then the Archangel Gabriel, like I feel like it's at a certain point you are straight up just writing about the Bible. And regular fiction is whether the characters and or setting was thought up by someone else. Well, see, I guess then that's the question. Like, but if it's historical people, I guess the setting would count. Yeah, okay, I guess if you're making up a setting for it. But like, let's say if I wrote a story, a fictitious story about, I don't know, like Thomas Edison, I guess, just getting the absolute like just drop kicked into the sun because he deserves it. Like, is that fan fiction? Delighted to inform you, there is Jesus. Is that the name? Jesus/Judas. Wait. Oh, that makes sense. Oh, wait, no. That's basically Jesus Christ Superstar in a nutshell, to be honest for you. Like, that's just Jesus Christ Superstar. That's just the play, Jesus Christ Superstar, and you can't convince me otherwise. At length last stream, that's also biblical. Oh yeah, I guess it is. Oh yeah, I guess so. But like, I feel like that has like other character. You know what I mean? Like original characters. Whereas like, isn't Good Omens like actually like all biblical characters? Elaborated by Neil Gaiman. Oh, is Crowley? I assumed Crowley must have been, because he's also in Supernatural. I assume that must just be a biblical character. About the biblical Jesus. That would be Bible fan fiction. Huh. The characters are gay. Of course there's fan fiction of it. No, not that it would matter if the characters worked. What? Oh my god. Bible fan fiction is a very deep developed community of authors. And not just kind of preachers in some capacity? Aren't they just, like, if they're elaborating on the Bible, at what point are they just spinning their own tail, you know what I mean? And I'm not saying that in a negative way, that doesn't mean it's a bad thing to do. Get off the road! You're not meant to be here. You're on thin ice, pal. Oh, you! Get off the road! Good. Fine. It's fine. Oh, you better get off the road. Yeah, that's right. Good. Good. He knew what to do. He knew what was coming if he didn't. He knew it would be a big problem. Less biblical. Wait, what? There's also other less biblical fiction out there? What does that mean? What, they just say it's Bible but not? Is that what, like, they just, it's Bible, but it's the Bible, but it's not the Bible, you know? He's smooth walking to this song right now. He absolutely living it up. I'm so sorry I had to do that to you, actually. Tyrant against spiders? Oh, you better get off the road. Listen here, pal. Yeah, that's what I thought. He knew what would come. He knew what would happen. He knew if he didn't get off the road, it would be a problem. On the what? You don't know how to elaborate on the what you've seen? Oh. No, Good Omens has a good deal of original characters. Okay, that's fair. Yeah, I guess, yeah, the book of many good and true prophecies or whatever. Yeah, that's fair. Just because two people write about the same mythological figure, it doesn't mean it's the same character. True. Less fluff, more spice? Huh? Is a genre that is best described as intentionally insane? What does that even mean, though? Wait, I'm learning so much. What does that mean? What do you mean intentionally insane? How do you determine that? I'm curious now. I'm invested. Oh my god, you feed! I heard you and your wet little scuttling coming up behind me, and I was like, there ain't no way. I know there ain't no way he coming to try to hit me. And he did. He did exactly that. God, some people. I'm a master of the double click. I always thought the name comes from you'd crack up laughing at it. Parian could be Shrek and okay, I get it. I get it now. All right, it's just off the walls. All right. Back in my day, we called that avant-garde. Back in my day. To avoid you get intro, I saw Austrian painters. Oh my god, Jesus Christ. Why don't you just, because I want it to be in the same location / pattern. I want it to be there. I don't want it to be elsewhere. Good Lord, medicine. Good. Oh. That's, you know what? I understand the term now. I think I get it. I think I understand why they call it that. Things are making a lot more sense now, you know? I'm gonna do this. Okay, well first I guess. Oh no, because I will need it to be down there. Really? Okay, well, it's fine. And then I'm gonna need smoker. Lord. I mean, that whole side of the internet, I don't know, I think it's interesting. I won't lie. Like, and we've had some conversations before and stuff like that, and I've heard from my friends stuff like that. I think it's cool. I think it's just like a really interesting creative outlet, even if it does have some I'll call it questionable writing. But at the same time, that's kind of part of the whole like element of art. You know what I mean? Sometimes, like, there's lots of people who've written stuff to be intentionally provocative. You know what I mean? To be like, yeah, I'm gonna paint this painting that's gonna make people recoil and be like, ugh, that's right, get obliterated, nerds. Like, it's a total element of art. You know what I mean? Well, that's just rude. That was just rude of it. Why would it even do that? Now I have a question. A creator on TikTok was talking about how some people like theorizing on things, but sometimes the answer is just different companies, different rules. His prime example was, why aren't Spider-Man in live-action multiverse stuff not glitching, while the Spider-Man in do? Oh, it could be X, Y, Z. Is just, they're not the same company. And I agree with him, and he liked my comment. Why would the rule be the same? And so I got flamed, like, oh, they're in the same universe and they're referencing to each other. I want your. Wait, so correct me if I'm wrong. You're asking why aren't the Spider-Men in No Way Home glitching, because they're in a different universe, but in the Spider-Man in the animated Into the Spider-Verse are glitching. Okay, well, I mean, I think while it is a clean answer, would probably be like, oh, well, you know, the MCU probably didn't want to deal with that. But at the same time, the MCU has, like, it's not a different company in the sense that, like, those movies, technically, while part of the MCU, those are Sony movies, is the thing. Like those are they're made in combination with and in partnership with, which is like the distinction is that it's not the way that like some things are like they're produced by Pascal Pictures and they're made with Sony, and Sony gets the final say on everything in them, in the sense that, like, casting Tom Holland, Disney wanted Asa Butterfield, Sony wanted Tom Holland ended up being Spider-Man. Same with the director. Sony wanted the director they got. I forget his name off the top of my head. But anyway, Sony fought to get that director and said, "No, we're having this director. I don't care who you wanted." So I don't think it's valid to say per se. Like, although it's a clean answer and it is a fine enough answer, I would say, you know, it's a little lazy to say like, oh, well, you know, different companies are making the movies. The answer is just because they're different writers and companies. There's no deep answer. I got so flamed on the answers. Why would the rules be the same? It's different writers. Like, it's not an incorrect answer to say that. Don't get me wrong. That's a perfectly legitimate and is the real reason why. Don't get me wrong. Like if you're asking like what's the real reason? Yeah, they're different writers. Different writers, different rules. An in-universe rule could literally be, oh, glitching doesn't occur in Earth 6-1 or Earth whatever Earth MCU takes place in. Oh, that Earth doesn't experience glitches, because, you know, theoretically in a multiverse, one Earth wouldn't. Somehow, it's comic books who can, like, you know, they'll wave their hand and say, yeah, one Earth doesn't experience it, because logically in an infinite universe that has to be the case. You know what I mean? That for me would probably be the way to ground it within the same universe, because that's the thing is because of certain crossovers that occur that way, it seems pretty clear that they're trying to say, like, that they're saying in the Sony like, because they're both made by Sony technically, so like the idea that they're different writers is both true, but technically a good producer would, who, especially in the way that they want all of the things to mesh in this age of multiverses and as the age of shared universes, they would likely not want that to be the case, of them to be considered totally separate and impossible to cross over. You know what I mean? Except the ones where it doesn't. Yeah. Well, yeah, you wouldn't be wrong to say, oh, well, it's different writers, and that's a headache to deal with. Because, yeah, it is. That's a lot easier to do, I would argue, for animation to keep up than it would be for the way that you would have to figure out how you're going to frame that scene for live action. Which is interesting, because normally animation takes a lot more work than live action in some capacities. So, like, oh, I didn't make a smoker. I'm so dumb. But yeah, it's like, in the case of that, you know, realistically, yeah, it's probably just the writers. But I would say a logical in-universe explanation is that's either the one Earth that it doesn't, or that they weren't there long enough. Because if you remember back to the first if you remember back to the very first Into the Spider-Verse, Gwen is in that universe for a long time and does not glitch. You know what I mean? Like Gwen is there for a hot minute and does not glitch. Before and Peter B. Parker takes some time before he starts glitching. I think his first glitch happens on the apartment building, right? Where he's like, well, all right, you got a goober or whatever. Like he decides he's not dealing with this. But that means he made it all the way like across town, through the graveyard, across town, wherever he was before that. And like that seems to be played off as the first glitch. So I imagine there's an amount of time that goes by before glitching starts to occur. And in universe, it could just be argued like, oh, that amount of time has not gone by yet. What am I doing? Smoker, that's what I'm doing. I'm gonna need some. Is a smoker? Oh my god, I need a stupid crafting table. They live in the same world, so it would track the rules. Yeah, and that's the other thing. Yeah, like because technically all comic books, everything is in the multiverse theory that comic books have. It all does exist in the same world. Smoker. Oh no, it's a furnace. A furnace and some logs. I think I have that stuff out here. Video about how it's fun to theorize, but sometimes the answer is just the writing one. I feel like the reference to No Way Home in Spider-Verse does not make a full multiverse with the exact same rules they have to follow, and pulling at straws to make a reason why these don't. One second, let me reread that. I feel like the reference in No Way Home, or to No Way Home in Across the Spider-Verse, not make a full multiverse with exact same rules they have to follow, and pulling at straws to make a reason why these guys don't. I haven't seen the movie yet, so I'm not in context, but it easily could be explained by different worlds need different amounts of time for different effects to happen. Yeah, and I don't think it's unreal. Like if this were other genres, I think I'd be more inclined to be like, yeah, I don't think you need, like, I think the writing answer is the perfectly fine answer. Comic book movies, well, comic books in general, and comic book movies themselves just happen to be a genre that has made it explicitly clear that there never is an instance of that. Like, even though we in life know Marvel in the I think it was the 2000s, but maybe it was the late 90s. Marvel in real life had to sell off its properties because it was potentially going to go under, and Sony bought Spider-Man, and Disney bought most of the others, and Fox bought the X-Men, and Universal got publishing rights to the Incredible Hulk, and so we know that. In a practical sense, we know that was a limitation on these things for a long time. In the spirit of comic books, man, why? In the spirit of comic books, though, as a genre, that isn't the case. Because it's been made explicitly clear time and time again that it can't be the case. Like, no matter what, there is always a connection to the multiverse. That is just a part of the comic books as a genre. Usually it's just a matter of getting to it. You know what I mean? And so because of that, you find people wanting an explanation. I would argue separately that like people trying to come up with things for that for Star Wars, it is a bit more of a reach at times. It is a bit more of a like, okay, well, do we really gotta find a justification for this? Because Star Wars is not that kind of genre. Whereas comic books have staked a claim to say, no, this is the kind of genre it is. You know what I mean? Now, what did I say? Oh, I see. I see what you said. Like from a writing standpoint, there's a funny haha reference to the MCU and Insomniac Games and all the other worlds. I just don't think we have to bend over backwards to justify why the No Way Home aren't glitching when the technical standpoint is just writers. Maybe my brain works too literally for this kind of ordeal. I just find the writers are different. It's fine. Enough people did not agree with it. Well, and that's, I guess, yeah, I would say like the one, like comic books as a genre demands that there must be a reason, basically. Unlike, for instance, something like Star Wars. Oh, okay, he's gone. Like certain genres, yeah, you don't need an explanation. Multiverses aren't even a thing in those. It's just, yeah, it's a different writer. You know what I mean? It's different studio made it. But as you make as more and more there is a development towards or not development towards and more as comic books become the mainstream audiences are therefore exposed to the idea that, well, no, there's meant to be an answer. There is meant to be an inherent answer. Whether or not that's a good practice, that's, you know, a separate discussion, I think, to some degree. But yeah, like the reason is because, well, you can't stop me, Nap. I'm getting my major in making comic books. I'm going to write a Spider-Man zero connection to spite you. Oh my god. Well, that's the thing, is it's like, technically speaking, we're also just in a weird age, I think, with movies. We're in an age where, like, I personally don't think everything, like, even as much as I love comics, the fact that there are people who are like, oh, I can't wait to hear what kind of sequel they're gonna come up for the Barbie movie. I'm like, I don't want one. I don't want to see. I don't want to, like, people are talking about it already as though it's like a new franchise. And I'm like, no, I don't want a franchise. I want Barbie to have been a really good meal. I don't want a McDonald's. And that's not to knock McDonald's. Like, sometimes you want McDonald's food, but sometimes it's fine to be a standalone. It's just because it had blockbuster success that like, the question becomes like, how's a studio meant to leave that on the table? Like, a studio won't, is the thing. There's no world where a studio justifies to itself that, like, Barbie is Warner Brothers' biggest movie ever. Period. It is their most financially successful movie they've ever made. There's no way that they're already in financial trouble. There's no way they don't try to pursue cultivating a larger franchise out of this, because the name of the game is franchise these days. And that's just a fact. It sucks, but it's part of it. Oh no, I'm one short. Obliterated, nerd. I'm getting major in making comics, but I could not be able to interact with Marvel or DC even as a kid. Way too many of them. I was a webcomic person. And it's also perfectly valid. And that's the thing, is like DC and Marvel just made it a thing for like both of their universes to be like, yeah, no, everything's connected always. To the degree that technically those two universes are connected. Like, not only do they both, DC was the first one, which is why I would argue that they have a somewhat cleaner version to an extent, where they are Earth Prime is where they happen, or Earth 1, and everything else is multiple other, versus Marvel where it's, no, this is Earth 616, and it's like a whole thing. But there's been crossovers between Marvel and DC before, and that's part of it, where it's like, yeah, no, technically there's a universe where Batman exists in the Marvel universe instead of the Avengers. That's like a canonical element to the comic. But it's also because of, yeah, rights and who owns what, not likely to ever matter or come up. In fact, I don't think you will ever see a crossover like that again, at least not in the next 20 years. There's no way. It's become way too entrenched of being separate. But yeah. And so I think, and also a lot of people I think just want to have the conversation just because it's a fun conversation to have to them. That's neither good nor bad, I guess. It's just, to them, they're like, oh, wouldn't it be fun to try to figure out why that is? Which is more of what happens with Star Wars. It's trying to work. I mean, part of the problem with Star Wars, though, is like, you know, they're just always constantly trying to work backwards. They're kind of always constantly trying to fill in gaps. That for some, like, that's the thing. I feel there is a loss to some extent in writing in movies and in franchises and in books. Well, less so books, but particularly in movies and television these days, of the idea of just leaving things vague. Like, one of my favorite things, and I swear to God, they're definitely, like, I don't trust that it won't ever get eroded, but one of my favorite things George Lucas ever did with Star Wars was intentionally say, yeah, no, I'm not gonna decide what, like, Yoda doesn't have a species. I'm not gonna name it. I don't wanna. It's like, he's an old wizard who lives on a random planet called Dagobah. You don't need to know what kind of species he is, and I like the mystery of nobody knowing. And I think that is way more compelling. I think it's a way more compelling thing that nobody knows. You know what? I'm gonna put these up there. I wasn't going to originally, but now I've decided I am. That boy there. And bada bing. Boom. Bing. Boom. Bing. Boom. Bing. Wait for it. Wait for it. Boom. Half of that is true. Oh, wait, no, I read that. There's an obsession with pointing at everything left vague and decrying it as a plot hole. Not a plot hole if it's meant to be a sandbox for a reader watchers to play in. Yeah, exactly. There's lots, like, I also do feel like, I think, and I don't mean this in like a boomerish way, I just think media literacy is at an all-time low. I really do. I think people feel they need to have everything. People don't like ambiguity. They want it spelled out, and I don't like, and in a lot of ways that's reflected in life in general, and that's not a bad thing for some things. I understand, like for instance, labels in society. People like labels because one, it lets you understand things to some degree. It's actually very interesting to notice how, like us in Gen Z, there's this effort to be labeled and to be part of groups, whereas prior generations defined themselves by like their whole thing was not like writing against the idea of being put into a box and put into a group. And there's nothing wrong with either option, I don't think. If labels and grouping and organizations and stuff like that, if that helps you like understand yourself better, I think that's the healthiest thing you can do. If individuality above all else and this idea of like I'm not part of anything, etc., if that's what's like, I don't know, if that's what's gonna make you feel better in life, then that's what's good. You know what I mean? I don't think there's a one-size-fits-all answer to this. I don't think the original plot of the movie was you're not allowed to have fun theorizing, but just the logical answer is writers. And also, I think I'm very tired of the multiverse theory. Sometimes silly crossovers have to be silly crossovers and not a universal that has to exist to extend canon. Yeah. No, yeah, fair. I can get behind that. There was a time where, you know, like that's the thing is in this modern age, the idea of the crossover event is gone. You know what I mean? I really do think. I think that no! Why? I should have hit him, and I was like, oh, he won't blow me up. I'll just step back. And then I was like, wait a minute, my stuff. It only blew up one of the it only blew up one chest, so that's not bad. But rip. That's fine. Cobbled sleep. Oh, whoa, actual creeper. I know, right? Creeper. Oh, I mean. But yeah, I don't know. I like it's like I think crossover events are dead. I don't think you're gonna see any like because cartoons used to have crossover events, and it wasn't to be like, oh, there's a huge. It was just a cool thing that happened. But in fairness, it was just people liked crossover events a lot. And so now people are like, wait, we could have permanent crossover events, like confirmation that like, yes, this always does exist kind of thing. Like, so it's kind of a cool thought thing to people. I honest to goodness, I don't know if, what do you call it? Like, I don't know if some people will talk about comic book fatigue. I don't know if there is comic book fatigue yet. I really don't. I think it's just, there's like not one, COVID made it different, and then two, I think in some elements it's just there haven't been really good ones lately. Which is not to say none have been good. Don't get me wrong. I actually quite enjoyed Shang-Chi. I mean, oh my God, guys, why? Let me live. No, my sweet Jesus. Let's try to vibe out. Definitely like a million over here, aren't there? Oh yeah. That was a zombie spawn event. That was a horde event. Those are actually pretty rare. I think it's only like a 0.3% chance it happens. It's almost like you're playing hardcore in unlightened territory. I'll have you know, there's a lot of lights in here. Not up there, but in here in general. Someone getting the zombie horde in Hermitcraft maybe and be very confused and frightened. Yeah, that sounds right. It's a mechanic almost no one knows about because it's a very old mechanic. The original mechanic for zombie hordes, it was developed by Notch and another Mojang developer that both left to go make scrolls. And then that's the last thing that he did with the company was work on scrolls. But he made it. He tended to always come back to it after scrolls, but then, you know, Minecraft gets bought, a bunch of other stuff, like it just never came back. And so he never completed whatever he originally thought might do with zombies. Zombie hordes or whatever. But it's just a holdover. They have no reason to get rid of it, but it's like this holdover that's got like a whole... It's got some code to it as well that adds to like a whole mechanic that we just don't have in the game. It's like not a fear mechanic because that is in the game, but it's like that. Yeah, I don't know. It's like a little interesting little tidbit. It's the same way that the moon affects things in Minecraft. Like what cycle the moon's in changes how likely things aren't to happen. There's fear mechanics which gauge how long you have or haven't been in darkness, and that's what determines whether or not you're gonna hear a cave noise. There's so many little things in Minecraft, man. I had many zombies to choose from. Well, you know, variety's the spice of life, so good. And this should be able to go right back like this. Perfect. This won't need stairs for long, so I don't think I'm gonna do anything crazy. I got a zombie horde my very first night playing. Oh man, needless to say, I was confused, defenseless, and very concerned. Understandably, that would be kind of a lot. Dang it, I really do need more smooth stone. Which is fine. I have stone to make into smooth stone. I just need to cook it. Do you mind? No, I don't want to hit you. I don't want to hit. Ah! Rude. Rude. You don't need to be so rude. What was that? So why you got to be so rude? Don't you know I'm human too, man? I love Tracy. I love making my hands so sore. Ah! guy's rough, buddy. Zuko here. That's rough, buddy. Oh man, heck of a series. Really? Out of coal? I thought I put a lot of coal in. All right, well, let me go get some more coal, I guess. Jeez. Heck of a series. I never finished past like episode 5. Oh man, rip. That's probably like my favorite series. I think Avatar, yeah, Avatar The Last Airbender is probably in my, for me, I think it's probably the, yeah, I'd say all in all, like, cause like, I'd say overall, it's probably my favorite series I've ever watched of anything. Just cause like the worst episode it has is the only one that's quote unquote bad. And it's not even bad. It's just like a regular episode of television. Like the rest of it's just all so well done and connected that the one episode that's kind of weird and off is just like an episode in season 1. Maybe it's season 2. I think it's season 1. That's just kind of randomly in there and you're like, that's weird. What? Okay. They're all very out of character in it. Or at least Aang is very out of character in it. It's got no real relevance on the rest of the series or the plot. It's just a very weird episode. It's the one where they're crossing the, they go to cross the caverns, the canyon. And yeah, it's just a weird episode. But outside of that, the whole thing, like, there's not a moment spent too long on anything. It does really good world building, solid character arcs. The Great Divide, yeah, the Great Divide. It's the one and only episode that's just kind of like, oh, wait, so the moral of the story is lie to people? That doesn't feel very much like Aang. That's weird. That's like a weird story. I know what it's trying to do. Like, it's trying to bring up pretty early on. It's trying to broach the idea of like, well, the Avatar's meant to be the guy to make peace for people, so you're gonna have to figure out how that works. Look at these two. They hate each other over a really important thing. But it's like, oh, lie about their culture and historical significant object. Like, just lie about like really important things. It's a weird episode. Can't watch a lot. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. It was just one of those episodes where you're like, I don't know what happened. I feel like it feels more like an episode of like a regular Saturday morning cartoon type thing. So it's not like it's bad from that perspective. It's not poorly written. It's just when thrown in with everything else around it, it's just very odd. It's like, it stands out like a sore thumb because it's just not solid. It's not real. It doesn't seem to forward any bit of the plot. Nap hates me for not. Yeah, you're right. I've lost any and all respect for you. I just, I've written you off entirely as a human. Yeah, it's you deserve it though. So, some might say it's a little rough. It's a little bit much to say such. But I don't. I think it's perfectly valid. It's deserved. No, why? I was doing so well. It was placing every way I wanted it to. Perfect. Oh man. Oh man. All right. Oh, well, you guys can't hear that. I was gonna say, sounds like there's a parade. In other words, there's sirens. I might have made soup. What kind of soup, though? What you building? A sugarcane farm or bamboo? Neither. I'm building a kelp farm. Kelp. Gotta love kelp. Oh, healthy kelp. Make it a kelp farm. Because kelp, because basically it's gonna be, it'll feed itself down here, infinite kelp farm, that will then feed into this smoker, and then that smoker will cook the kelp, and then I can make that into kelp blocks, and kelp blocks are awesome because that is a sustainable heat source, so I don't need coal ever again, basically. There's other ones like that too. Like, I didn't need, I mean, technically bamboos, I could have also just used bamboo for this, particularly with bamboo blocks being a thing now. And maybe that's even a better one. I don't know. I've never read the stats. I know there's some people who are like really big on like, statistically though, what is the absolute best? And I'm like, I don't know, man. That beats me. Please, God! Help me! Help me, please! Forgore. I forgore. That's okay. I forgore a lot of things. Like what day it is. I forgore that a lot. Half of me telling you guys in the Discord that like, oh no guys, it's stream day, or being like, guys, stream day is to remind myself. Cause I'm like, wait, what day is it? I just threw beans and carrots in a crock pot, then added some water and spices. Sounds like a delicious old soup to me. Oh, that's another classic cartoon I've not watched, SpongeBob. Well, see, that's just tragic. Ah, well. I've never understood the point. Like, I've certainly had big reactions before of like, you've never seen, but I've also, really? I've never understood the whole perspective of like jumping down somebody's throat because they haven't seen something. Because I'm like, yeah, man, everybody has effective blind spots that, you know, they just didn't see or whatever. Nothing wrong with that. It just happens. It's all part of life, isn't it? Sometimes you've seen the thing, sometimes you haven't, and sometimes now you got something that you and your friend can watch. Something new. Hey, I know. I miss Soup. Well, listen, I'm sure he's around. He's just out having a little adventure, that's all. He'll make his own way back. I trust in him. I kind of get the hype for it, but now it's just SpongeBob. I mean, and I don't mean this in like I actually don't mind the newer seasons per se, but like, I do think that like its early seasons were just really well done. You know what I mean? Like, I just genuinely think early seasons of SpongeBob are a really good case study in like what effectively founds a lot of SpongeBob is foundational to a lot of what becomes Gen Z humor. It's early stages of it, but genuinely a lot of what becomes the Gen Z style of humor that we have is based in part on the cartoons of that ran into the like anything that was running towards like 2005 to 2010 kind of thing really developed the psyche. Since he's definitely alive and within the kingdom. Oh, I didn't say he's in the kingdom. I said he's on an adventure. That's something totally different. Did SpongeBob make his stupid parents? Ooh. We went up to a farm upstate. I'm doing. You'll never guess what Nab said last year. What do you mean? I'll have to watch it more in depth. Well, that's the thing. I'm not saying I don't personally think it's something to like necessarily go back to, but I do think like certain episodes of it, because a lot of that and a number of other shows can be pointed to. It's less foundational. I guess how do I explain it? SpongeBob's importance is wait, what about SpongeBob will make you gay? Not the fair stars watching documentaries. Yippee fish time. What? But no, like SpongeBob's foundational in the way that like it becomes the first leg forward that then its success leads to the development of shows that eventually come like Adventure Time. And it might not be easy to see the through line, but effectively its style of humor and its style of humor and animation slowly morph into making the idea more palatable to studio executives of not just pure slapstick humor, but humor that gets kind of like weird, where it's like for instance, like it's not a boulder, it's a rock, or like it's just like the comedy of SpongeBob is comedy that's based in the idea of like absurdity. You know what I mean? It's absurdist comedy. It's a very light version of it because usually it's grounded in whatever's happening in the episode. But like, there's a Christmas episode where it's like, yeah, okay, it's grounded that Santa shows up at the end and that's a comedic bit. But what Santa does, where he does like this whole head wave, where he's like, oh, ho, 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 and he starts like lose his mind, stuff like that. That's absurd a lot, and it's not absurd in a way that's like totally new for cartoons. But its absurdity and the speed of the absurdity and the rapid quick cuts in the show lay the foundation for other absurdist shows, which become things like Adventure Time. And then Adventure Time and Gravity Falls become shows that inform the genre in terms of making the idea of deeply story-driven cartoons that also are played for comedy. Don't take themselves entirely seriously. You know what I mean? And again, this is not to say these things never happen. I'm just saying these moved the needle towards what becomes the modern Gen Z ideologue of comedy. Adventure Time for the first time. That is one show I do genuinely want to watch. Oh, I mean, that's the thing. Like, Adventure Time is a beautiful series. What's wild about Adventure Time, and this isn't like a spoiler per se, it's just in its seasons, something from like season 1 or 2, because the first couple seasons, there's no story to it. Like, it feels totally just random. You're watching 10-minute episodes of like a little show that just, you're like, okay. Because normally it'd be played, like it was played on a spot of 30 minutes, got two episodes in every for the 30-minute spot it had, and it really wasn't like some super deep thing. What am I doing here? Oh, I needed more stone. Yes, I need to cook more stone, and I needed more coal for that. Right. So skip where then? Huh? Well, no, that's what I'm saying. I'm not saying like the first couple seasons. Don't skip at all. Like you can't skip. Those first couple seasons feel like they're nonsensical and have no bearing on the plot, and every episode is self-contained and has nothing to do with anything. And then suddenly you're in season 5 and it references something from season 1. It ties back to something that happened in season 1 in a way that you're like, wait a minute, that was a plot point? Like it's insane. Like, part of what makes Adventure Time such a memorable show, and that's why I'm not talking about what happens, is certain events occur and then you're like, wait, what? And it throws a switch out of nowhere and just becomes like super deep and introspective at points, or like its commentaries, and you're like, wait a minute, and everything falls into place in a way that you're like, hold on a minute, wait a minute, I didn't realize there was a constantly simmering like story building in this show. Because you don't realize it until suddenly you're just hit over the head with it and you're like, oh my god, wait. It blows your mind, and you go, that's crazy. Yo, no way, Jose, we meet again. What's up, dude? How do? I could never bring myself to skip filler episodes, even if they. See, that's the thing. None of Adventure Time per se is actually truly filler, because stuff that like I will also say Adventure Time is probably one of the best shows for like making whatever happens to the character actually stay like stuck. You know what I mean? Like character development for Finn never leaves him, and they even reference how he has changed and developed as the seasons go on. Like he develops as a character, and it's never like lost just because, you know, it's like, oh well, that I would like to bring back classic style Finn. It's like kept around, and you're like, oh wait a minute, this is sick. They're like actually letting us have a character grow and become like a person and learn from their mistakes and have mistakes and then learn from them genuinely and openly. And like Adventure Time is so important. Like SpongeBob's important because SpongeBob's how you get to getting things like Adventure Time. Like SpongeBob, Chowder, and a few other shows like that are what lead to that. Adventure Time is what causes things like Gravity Falls, Steven Universe, World of Gumball, She-Ra, Catbug, like all these other shows all only exist because of Adventure Time. And I mean that so seriously. Adventure Time, they were so confused by. Adventure Time originally got canceled because like they didn't understand how to market it. They were like, it is on record that Cartoon Network was like so confused by both the show, what people seemed to like about it. They didn't get it, and the executives were like, this makes no sense. What do we sell? Like, we can't sell toys off of this. Like, what toys are we selling? And they tried, and in more modern times, you can find toys more readily, but they really just didn't know how to market what they had. They were very confused by it. They were absolutely in a state of like, wait, what? Why would people, what? Why people like this? Who likes this? That's weird. Why do they like it? Made no sense to them. They were absolutely put off by it. Which is often the case. Executives often are idiots and do not understand what makes a good show. Executives, I mean, it's the same way that like half the time, like there's things that were made because an executive just like their kid was like, I like this. And they're like, okay, sure. And like it turns out to be amazing, but the executive was gonna never make it. They were like, no, that's stupid. But the kid's like, no, please. Because the kid likes it. Joke 2. Oh, I feel like we've done joke 2 before, but I'll hit you with it again. Didn't join it for no worries, Amara. No worries, dude. There's never an obligation to be here per se. It's just whenever you want to come by. One Piece Project by Beloved. Oh. Number 2. What do owls sing when it's raining? Too wet to woo. Too wet to who? Too wet to woo? I don't know. It's too wet to woo. I don't get it. Sure. I guess that's what owls sing when it's raining. Because they're old. Gee, it's almost because they're old men who are so far out of touch with the intended audience. Yeah, absolutely. No, but that's like so for real. And they don't get like why things are successful sometimes and then ruin it because they don't understand why it was successful. I mean, it's the same way that like genuinely I think later seasons of things like The Mandalorian didn't go well. Like Obi-Wan wasn't as good as like the early seasons of Mandalorian because people were like, well, it's Obi-Wan. We're gonna have a say in how this character is treated. So they didn't let creatives make what they wanted. They said, no, you need this many references to this many characters and we need this character in it and we need this kind of a scene and I want to set up this show out of it and I want to do this and I want to do that. Like, same with Boba Fett. The same was true. They didn't just let someone who likes the character or is a creative make the show. They were like, no, I need my hands on it because it's an important IP, a big property. Mandalorian was a nothing nobody. So they had nothing to lose. They were like, yeah, sure, whatever. Go ahead, Jon Favreau. Make whatever you want. And that's also probably why season 3 of The Mandalorian started to become a problem. Because it was like, oh, producers got way more of a say and wanted more of a say in what was actually being done and said. Feel good because I'm a man who I promise people I will do it. Yeah, fair. A man of your word. Well, you feel guilty not. Feel guilty not. 143. Doctor, my girlfriend thinks she's a duck. You'd better bring her in to see me right away. I can't. She's already flown south for the winter. What a funny joke. It's funny because his girlfriend left him. She went south without him. Humor. God, I love humor. So humorous. Right. But yeah, no, I genuinely also think it's a very interesting thing to examine how animation developed in different ways, in terms of like what shows informed what, how things developed. It's the same with like a SpongeBob only exists because the Animaniacs did what they did. Like, it's so clear in some ways, it's so murky what informed what. Ren and Stimpy's another one that informed those things, and it's also cool because one of the most fun things I think you can do is look at the writer studios for different animation groups and sets and stuff like that, and then see who went on to do it. Like Adventure Time's writing crew is crazy. Is that a joke? Yeah, it is. Adventure Time's writing crew was crazy. I mean, like they went on, like they split off. Like Alex Ross left and went and made Gravity Falls. Rebecca Sugar went off and made Steven Universe. She-Ra was made by somebody from that writing staff. The Amazing World of Gumball is actually an outlier. It's one of the few that isn't. I'm trying to remember a few others. Off the top of my head, I'm blanking now. But anyway, suffice to say, like lots of shows are made that way, basically. I'm gonna fill water up there, just easier. Animaniac. I'm getting flashback. For the Animaniacs. I actually really like their new intro. You should read our new contracts. Like that's the thing. They're where the beginning of a lot of self-referential humor in the way of modern cartoons also start. Because they constantly reference like the fact they are being made by Steven Spielberg, but that's because the Animaniacs are done in the same in a more modernized style of the early Merry Melodies Looney Tunes, which were deeply self-referential, especially for a cartoon. And they were done in the same style as those cartoons for that reason, and then but they in a more modern version of it, and then that more modern take led to a greater level of self-referentialism. Let's see, will we have enough? I don't think we will. I think we're gonna need more than a stack of gates. No! Oh, come on! Why? I didn't mean to place it there. Why? Oh, SpongeBob, why? You're kidding me. You're kidding me. Adventure Time was that early? I feel like it would be the same time as Gravity Falls. Adventure Time's first episodes, I believe, come out in 2010. I believe. I could be wrong. Yeah. Adventure Time comes out in 2010. Gravity Falls, I think, is probably like, what, 2012? I want to say it's 2012. It might even be 2013, but I believe Gravity Falls was 2012. Alex Ross was mostly just a guest writer. But yeah, like the absurdity of Adventure Time is like there's one character, and this isn't even a spoiler, it's a random episode where like there's a character introduced that's a horse that stands on a ball and goes around and he just goes, James Baxter! James Baxter! And that's all he does. That's his whole thing. And the reason for that is because James Baxter is an animator that came and taught basically came and taught at a class, guest class at this at the institute that the people who made Gravity Falls were at, and they had asked him about like something about draw, like, oh, how would you draw a horse on a ball, and he like basically was like, that's stupid. And so then years later, now that they have this successful animated show, they pitched to him that they wanted to voice and animate this horse for them. And they make him record them of just him going, James, which is his name. The animator's name is James Baxter. That's the bit. The bits that they got the animator James Baxter to animate the thing they asked him about when they were in college. And then just say his name. Which is just so stupid, but so funny. I gotta go now. Bye, Dragoncorn. Have a good rest of your stream. Bye, everyone. Bye, Dragoncorn. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your week, dude. I hope it is Big Pog. No reference of time and year, to be honest. I just feel like Gravity Falls was the same era. They effectively were. Like, Alex Ross is only a guest animator and basically gets Gravity Falls like a year or two into Adventure Time's run. So like, he's friends with the people effectively who make Adventure Time. They go back and forth. I think I don't know if he mentored with Dan Povenmire, who makes Phineas and Ferb, or if it's just that they had a good working relation. But anyway, and then Gravity Falls gets a number of people on it who then later go off to go make a bunch of other stuff as well. But yeah, Alex, like, that's the thing, that 2-year span is effectively the same era. It's just the era begins with Adventure Time. It's much the same as like going on, like Steven Universe is the tail end of that era and the beginning of a semi-new era. But Adventure Time ran, I'm pretty sure, all the way up to, I want to say 20s, maybe even 2016. I think it was only 2015 or 14, but I could be wrong. Well, it had 8 seasons, or no, did it have 10? When was... 2018. It ran all the way to 2018. So yeah, like Adventure Time was a contemporary of them, but it was the first one of them, is what I'm saying. Like, it was all within the Adventure Time era, but I would argue Steven Universe was a real turning point within that era into something new. You know what I mean? By someone who saw a Lancing match and got very confused. Can you imagine? All this myth, all this legend, and it's all just somebody who's just like, oh, I thought the horses had horns. I didn't really get that. It was like, oh, all right. I didn't understand that. My bad. But yeah, and it's a very interesting thing. And that's the thing. I mean, it's a little arbitrary as well to kind of decide and call things like, oh, this is the beginning of this era. It's all a little fluid, because you got to realize, like, I'm sure Alex Ross was toying and working with the idea of Adventure Time with Gravity Falls, for years prior to its actual, like, before it actually got picked up. These shows are shopped around for a long time, but it's often you got to think on what he was raised on, side was watching, that informed him to make those things, which is where things like SpongeBob come in. I'm explaining cartoons! Go away! I wish Mythic was here. Mythic has, I guarantee, a much more firm grasp of this than I do. But yeah, it's a whole little thing. Bob's Burgers. Then maybe after that, Adventure Time. Highly recommend it. Particularly with all the new stuff that started to come back out for Adventure Time, which has all been quite good. Bah. But yeah, Avatar though is definitely one of the to circle back to that we were talking about earlier. Hey yo, Edward! Thank you so much for the gifted, dude. Sick? Huh? 6 what? Oh, for the... Oh. I mean, technically it's not, but yes. I mean, it is. Oh, whatever. I left it for this straight. Sure, whatever. You're gonna get spooped. Oh my god. Well, you best hurry, because there's been sub drop this stream. Like, as the stream's got on, like, I can see a live counter. You guys can't, of like the actual, that's not reflected in the bar, of like the actual amount of subs that currently happened, because this is the date last month where a bunch of subs happened. There's been a drop, but fair ball. I think, yeah. I'm gonna say, yeah. If it's hit this stream, it's hit this stream. But anyway, Edward, how you doing, man? How you been? How's the weekend? Hopefully good, hopefully good. Hopefully life's been treating you well. I need way more wood than that. Why did I come back here? Oh, the wood's over here, right. Hope life's been treating you well. Oh yeah, speaking of Edward, look, Totally Human's in first, dude. Crazy, dude rocked in, dude. It was the 30 gifted, it was insane. Dude's a madman. It was lovely until I had to explain to my senior father how Indeed worked. L plus ratio. Have you considered? Why didn't you just tell him L plus ratio? I'm sure that would have also worked, you know? You said L, get good, get ratioed, get clowned on. You're a scrub. I think that would have worked easily, you know? I think that would have been a very valid explanation to the man. I remember I saw one of the big plot twists of Adventure Time happen in like a Stevie B's. So I know one of this, but I still want to consider. Yeah, but that's the thing is like also sometimes things that are twists, I guarantee even you know, some of the ones you might be thinking of, I like it's also about learning how it comes about. You know what I mean? Nope. Gate. I need way more than 16 though. No way, please. This egg doesn't. Oh my god. Is that gonna be enough? Let's find out. It'll be a stack and a half, so I hope it is, but it probably isn't. The entire time, and I'm insane and stubborn, and no one wants to work anymore. Yeah, exactly. How'd you not realize that, pal? No one wants to work anymore. That's just a classic. Oh man. No one wants to work anymore, and gender is about what is it? What's the stupid fake myth they come up with? Cats. That's what it is. People are out here identifying as cats, which is just like so stupid. That's not even true. It's a fake piece out of Fox News. It's oh my god. Anyway, I don't have to tell you guys about it. That's I'm sure you're well aware. Oh, I didn't even need the 32. I'm an idiot. That's fine. Well, you know, where are my shears? Yeah, but we've been talking about animation, my friend. We've been talking about animation. It's been a big old fun time here on Napoleon the 7th channel. That's why when he looks up jobs, they're putting location that's the weird thing. He's progressing on so many things. And then so fiscally conservative. It's bonkers. With a bit of dog splashed in. That's the other thing. I also just don't get why someone would care, even if someone was identifying as a cat. Like, I'm like, yeah, but like, who cares? Like, what does that affect you for? Like, what's the problem? I don't know how people can have the energy to care. Like, how do you got that much free energy? How could you possibly have that much free energy when you're meant to be playing Baldur's Gate 3? Like, how could you possibly have time to spare to be outraged about these things? There is Baldur's Gates to be threed. You know? There's more important things. There's stars to be fielded. Boulders to be gated. I forgot, does breaking the bottom for these, does that do the full amount? It does! Yippee! Okay. Whap! How many set? That's 14. $19. Okay, great. It gave me 2. I didn't want to. Stupid. It's what, you know what? Fine. I'll take 2. I'll take 2. I'll get it for the greater good. For the greater good. Why not? Oh man. Homeless people that I'm like, sir, that's social housing with social workers. This should have been. No, they don't want to hear that. They don't want to hear. No, that's socialism. That's bad. But just literally explain the process without any of the titles of what the things are, and they're all on board. They are. It's just people are misled. It's really what it is. They've been scared about words, and that's the problem. 9 times out of 10. In a game matters when you have little horned hell creatures. Oh my god. Great question. People love telling anyone with an identity any nicher than the dictionary definition as wrong. Forget people identified as anyone who got a label that doesn't conventionally match their gender is right. Yeah, it's just, oh my god, I just don't get it. I don't get how people can be like so, like, why do you care? You're not that person. Anyway. Do you like my beautiful staircase? What have I done? What have I done here? Oh my god. Yeah, baby. Heck yeah, concrete. Oh, what? Oh, I need water down first, right? Sure. Yeah. Oh, by the way, Jed, it's gonna be a little loud as I place all these, all this stuff down. Cause yeah, it's gonna go each and every time. I had to use the fun fact, by the way, if you're building this, you can't use anything outside of like gates work, because if I use a fence, fences get waterlogged. It'll just naturally waterlog it basically. You don't want it to be waterlogged. You want the space in the middle, because that is where the kelp's gonna go. Also, the reason why it's only like a 2-block high is because that way, or 3-block, I mean, is because even if you get the kelp that doesn't grow past 2 blocks, it will be knocked down and reset on its time scale. Because it doesn't grow like after 25 days or whatever it is, and it spawns at random point in its day cycle. So like technically I could just place it, but it might be on day 23. You know what I mean? So this makes it so that so long as one grows to the observer level, it'll knock all the ones down that have grown at all and reset them, which keeps it consistent and perpetual. So it'll never be a problem of it getting like stuck and being like, oh no more. easy farm. I mean, most of the stuff that's caused me delay here has been the fact that I've had to run around a whole bunch trying to get the materials. I thought it was gonna come together a lot quicker than it did. That sucks, but that was just because I didn't realize I had to go to the nether to get 40 individual pieces of quartz. I just assumed I had some kicking around. I was like, oh, okay, I guess I'm going to the nether now. And then also, yeah, you gotta set it to these to the backdrop just so it's running this way. You don't want it to be running in some alternative way. That's important as well. But yeah, in general, it's a simple and easy farm, and it's one of the most compact and efficient ones for kelp specifically. And you know, like if you just did this slightly differently, if you did it like my bamboo or like a reed farm, it would be a lot easier as well. You know what I mean? It's very compact, and this one also has the ability of, yeah, like putting it up in the way that I have here has made it so that what do you call it? It's made it so that it's possible to actually like cook the kelp as you go. So you don't have to worry about then putting it into an auto furnace and all those other things. And all in all, it's fairly compact. You can make you can make it as long or as short as you want. I think a base for this, like a solid base, would probably be like a 7x10. But realistically, this it's able to be duped infinitely. Like you can make this 7x1000 for all it really mattered. This is just probably this is just an amount that'll make a good, like I'm gonna need a lot of output and I'm gonna want it to start the output pretty early. And I built this great big building just for the sake of having a farm. So might as well make hay while the sun shines, you know? And so I made it to be the length of these 3 windows basically. High level design, woo! Exactly! Actual water growing it, not running water. It should grow fine because the bottom block should count as full water, I believe. But also I could just place water at the bottom as well. Like technically only this top bit should be considered running. And that's also why the redstone in the back, by the way. The redstone in the back is so that, like, if one of these goes, they'll all go. Because I want it to be consistent that way. I don't want it to, like, technically if I didn't have the redstone, it'd be fine. Like, it would just individually observe each row. So, you know, like, that would be fine for, like, you know, certain other types of farms, but for the sake of this, because kelp has the problem of, like, not always growing consistently, yep, see, because down here, even though it's running on that side, it doesn't count as like the running water that's up there. It counts as fully fledged water. I believe that's also an effect of the gates, so I could be mistaken on that. Oh, I only got 20. I meant to get 40. I'm a dum-dum. I gotta go get more! It's only over here, so it's not terribly far. I keep thinking 20s because I'm like, oh yeah, there's 20 observers on a side, and then I'm like, nope, that means I gotta double it to do both sides. But yeah, it's almost effectively done. I'll need to make a barrel for the smoker. I'll put a little bit of coal in it to start, because you know I need it to. I needed to at least cook a few bits of kelp first, so that, you know, it'll be able to actually make something of value. I think I'll actually, you know what? I think maybe I'll start with a good bit of kelp, just so I'll be able to make some kelp blocks off the start. Just to get things going. You know, a nice little jump start to the whole thing. So, and like so, come here. Nice. God, it's only taken 3 hours to ink these 4 characters. Maybe I'll add more. Oh my god. Yo, crisis! I'll do. What's wrong with the French? I love the French. As is evident by the name I've used. They make great fries. Yep, great fries. Good cheese too. Big fan, big fan. What isn't wrong with the French? They make good cheese. Pretty good cheese. Pretty good, it can't be that hard to build a rudimentary combustion engine. Huh? What? What do you mean? What are you saying? Come on, baby. Yeah. Nice. Down we go. Babooey. No, I didn't mean to do that. Oh, well, it's fine. And this will take however long it'll take, but it'll grow, and as it grows, life will be good, I'll be set, I'll have a nice, lovely little cow farm. Just as it was always intended. And yeah, I mean, I'm probably gonna leave it uncovered. We'll beautify it a little bit, but I think I'll leave it uncovered off the top. I don't really feel the need to cover it. Arguably the casing you do on it, you can do any design you really want. You don't need to do the specific style that I've done, which kind of floated. I'm gonna add like I think I'll use law. Yeah, why not? Just to make it like a bit more of a thing. Or I'll beautify it a bit more in a second, because what I need right this I need to go make a barrel. I need a barrel. And then I need another chest as well to make a hopper. They had an impenetrable fortress, and guess what the Germans did? Did you guys penetrate it? Because they did. Which, you didn't mean the Maginot Line? Is that like the Maginot Line? That's not the French's fault. That's just blame the Belgians if you want to blame anybody for the failure of the Maginot Line. Well, MJ, what can I say? You know, you should instead only play hardcore Minecraft and never fall in love with anybody. It works great, works wonders, honest to God. You'll never have to deal with bad texting. It's pretty solid, you know, can recommend. Pretty, you know, you do what you want. Make some kelp farms. Pretty cool, actually, you know, it's pretty boggers. I'm gonna lie, you know, pretty great. Totally, not to be rude, but you sound like you're having a crisis and are in peril. Where's that barrel? There it is. And then pop up. But no. Back. back here. Oh my god. No! 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 It's burning the barrel! No! No, you fiend! Oh my god! It burnt my barrel! That's villainous! That's evil! How could it do such a thing to me? Oh my god. I should move. I'm gonna take this stupid crafting table with me. I don't know why I left it all the way over here anyway. I haven't needed it over here in so long. You know what? It's fine. It's who needed that one anyway. I have another. But yeah, Crisis. I don't know if Crisis is still in ads or not. I don't know which fortress you mean. I don't know which one you're talking about. Like, here we go. That's all gonna feed that way. Okay, that's not where I wanted that actually. Now that I think about it, don't want all that in there already. That's some dried kelp enough that I could probably make a yes, there's two. Enough that I can make a block of it. I forget actually how much a block actually. How much does a block cook? I forget. One block of kelp, dried kelp, that cooks. Is it equivalent to a piece of coal? I think it is. I believe it is. I could be wrong with that. Feel like it is. Oh my god, I need to go back to my stupid freaking thing. Oh, wait a minute. Tried. Oh no, it's like, oh, is it only 4? Ooh. Dried kelp. Let's go! Vast quantities of wealth shall be achieved now, baby. We're up the coal repository. Let's go! Yeah, that's gonna cook for. I think it is a piece of coal. I think it is an equivalency. Let's go. All right. Now this is more about beautification. Get rid of all these. Don't need these stairs kicking around. I might add some ladders to the side. That would have been a smart idea to do prior. I don't know why I never did. You know, it just didn't feel right at the time, I guess. Some fence. I'm gonna bring that stupid crafting table in here. But yeah, I mean, that is in general the farm. You could also do it with glass. I chose to do it with smooth stone because I like the idea of having it that way. You can really do it with any block. You will need a solid block that you can place redstone on at some point in the process. But I mean, all in all, you know, pretty solid. Let me put this down. This bad boy down here. And actually, maybe I can. Oh no, that's gonna look stupid. I wasn't sure. And that also going to do the classic. What does this classic even make then? Do I hate this? I don't know yet. I'll be quite honest with you, chatters. I can't quite tell if I hate it yet. I don't think I totally hate it. Maybe I just need the thing to go all the way up. There's something about the block just on top of it I don't like. Maybe if I patterned it with... I'll need to get more of this, but... What if that was patterned up the sides like that? Yeah, I like that a bit more. More efficient power than actual society. Let's go! We're going off of coal power, baby! It's all kelp all the time! Alright, grab these, grab it that way. Papa Booey. Eventually, this will do enough that I can, you know, get kelp going long enough that you know, it won't just need to be eating itself to do the thing. You know what I mean? Off the start, it is causing a bit of a backlog with it, but you know. 8, 9, back. Down there, that's in there. Okay, perfect. Grand. Yeah, that should cook well. That should do well. Awesome. See, maybe this should have been a well, we'll see. I'm gonna go get more logs. Because that will be the best way to beautify that. I might need to plant some more spruce first as well. That might be another thing to get cooking along as we go. But yeah, that's the farm in effect. Which, you know, with all the running around we did, that didn't take too long to gather everything up. I mean, it would have normally only taken like 20 minutes to do if I had, like, if you had everything with you, you could set that kind of bad boy up really easy. It was drawn out with trips to the nether and stuff like that. We don't actually have any saplings here. Okay, it is time instead to change gears and look to replenish our stores of spruce. Simple enough. Here, I'm gonna clean up my inventory a little bit. Crazy idea, I know. Me, Napoleon the 7th, actually cleaning up my inventory. What is this? What kind of crazy contraption am I thinking of right now? Good, googledy. That's crazy. I would never clean an inventory. True, I don't tend to clean my inventory. It'll be easier once this place has a giant auto sorter in it, which I'm still trying to work out. I know I could just watch somebody else make an auto sorter and I could figure it out that way. But come on, it's fun to try to toy with it yourself, to try to figure out what you ought to do and what you ought to not do. That's like a fun way to do it. You get some interesting little insights into the game that way, you know? Oh, wait, where was the nether one? Lapse ports there. I didn't mean for it to go up there, but alas. Someday this will be full. Someday it'll be properly full. I'm actually keep that because I can drop that somewhere else. Keep the dirt because I can drop it somewhere else. I don't need that. The copper I'm gonna keep because it's gonna be useful still. Shoot this down for a reason. Everything else I think can stay with me. I should put the glass maybe in here somewhere. Any of these have a yes. Okay, I was like, one of these is class. Nice. Awesome. Wunderbar. We are cooking with Geish now. Oh man. Also, you know what? I've been thinking. I know I participated in this trend, so to speak. I assume some of you have seen, if not mine, you know, my very popular, everybody loves it, you know, so good. Napoleon meme trend. The Napoleon meme trend. I have a theory. Because a lot of people are continue to be like, where did this go? This came out of nowhere. I have a conspiracy theory. And don't get me wrong, I love Homeboy. I think it's a cool trend. I like it. I'm glad people are into it. I think this is actually the workings of like a mastermind in the shadows. I think this is a semi-malevolent effort. And here's why. I mean, yes, I know, I'm called Napoleon. I'm Napoleon the 7th, so obviously I like the meme. I think it's cool. I like the meme. But I think that in reality, it's a conspiracy theory because the Napoleon movie comes out in November. And I think some studio somewhere was like, Barbenheimer was so good for the Barbie and Oppenheimer movie. If only there was some way that we could have a meme to make people want to go see the movie. Because you know, this movie's gonna come out, this meme's gonna come back, there's gonna be people who are like, I'm gonna go see the Napoleon movie in a Napoleon costume, and there's nothing we could do. Boom, Napoleon movie. And I think somewhere some social media manager was like, well, we could try to start a TikTok trend around the idea of Napoleon Bonaparte and see where that goes. And I think they did, and I think it caught on, and I think it just happened to work out, and now it feels semi. A couple months ago, a history grad made a meme using the painting depicting his exile. Maybe, but where was it all those months ago? Why am I only hearing about it now? I think it's a conspiracy. I think it's all a deep-seated conspiracy. I think Ridley Scott himself is that grad student. I think he lied about grads. He said it was a grad student, but it wasn't. It was Ridley Scott, the famed TikToker. Slowly spread? No, I disagree. I don't think so. Why am I only hearing of it now, Totally Human? That's the real question. Me, a man named Napoleon? You're telling me TikTok never showed me this trend for months? Despite the fact that I both like French music and Napoleon and it just didn't think I was someone who would enjoy this meme? I think not. I think it's all been a conspiracy. It's a long-standing long con by Ridley Scott to make people go see the Napoleon movie. The Napoleon movie's first trailer came out a couple months ago. I'm just saying. Maybe it's all been done in secret. Maybe it is truly just an epic clash of spy tales, you know, in the background. Who's to say? Either way, I like the meme. I think it's a good song, and I'm glad that there's people talking about Homeboy. I mean, I think that, you know, I inevitably think people are going to. I feel like in the next couple weeks' time, as this trend grows and grows, I really do think you're gonna see a lot of people, or you're gonna start seeing a lot of videos that are also people being like, well, you know, little known fact, Napoleon, not such a great guy. And it'll be like, well, yeah, there's lots of problems with Napoleon. He's not like a figure to be like, this is the end-all be-all greatest person of all time. That would be concerning if someone truly stopped that. Complaining CG5 ruined it. Oh my god. I don't even know why. Like, that feels like its own meme. I ain't gonna lie. Because after that stream on Friday where you'd mentioned that, I was like, I gotta see this. So I went and looked, and it's literally him being like talking his own, like, that he's going to ruin this meme. And then people are like, he ruined it. And I'm like, what? Is it a meme that he ruins memes now? Is that the meme? Is this some meta level meme? Where people are like, oh, CG4, he ruins memes. That's the meme. It's the meme that he ruins memes. I mean, very well could be. I don't get it. Dude just made like an alright little TikTok about it. He lost a war to rabbits. Well, you know, rabbits are quite crafty. You ever seen Bugs Bunny? I would lose a war to Bugs Bunny. Of course, you know this means war. It's inevitable. That is my favorite nap fact. It's not that he made out furiously with these with Tsar Alexander of Russia. That the Napoleon Bonaparte and him just absolutely got macking lips. No, that's not. Oh well. Here I thought that's everybody's favorite thing about Napoleon Bonaparte. I don't know why I've gone on this crusade this last little bit to be like to really emphasize that happened. It just feels like a bit of history that nobody. Yeah, oh boy, oh my god. But I've made it my mission. Everybody must know that Napoleon Bonaparte, upon meeting Tsar Alexander for the first time, just absolutely planted one on him. Just was like, mwah. And not in like a each cheek type Italian way. No. This was a full-on let's get smooching. So you know, maybe that's how war was conducted. I don't know. Maybe that's what George Washington did to Cornwallis and just nobody painted it. I don't know. Who's to say? You know? Alright, now we're gonna plant some of these bad boys again so that they will grow and life will be good. Life will be a dream. Life goes by train. Man, oh man. Oh! I didn't have to do anything. It just gave me this sapling instantly. That was wonderful. That was wonderful. See, we're slowly but surely, we're gonna restore our sapling capability. Someday, I've talked about this so many times, I really ought to do a resource gathering stream someday, because right now it's just like that would make building easier, because I would have just gathered a bunch of every type of resource and not had to like continuously break from whatever we're building to go get whatever we're doing. With that, I'm always like, a resource stream just seems so silly. You know what? I'll like prep a bunch of like, I mean, I normally do prep the stream anyway, I should say, but I'll prep more. We'll do, I don't know. Maybe we'll do like a media share stream or something like that someday. And then that stream would be like the stream that I also go do, just resource gathering. Somebody just play some video that's like, I don't know, all of the Sonic lore. Wow, a major political and pop culture figure made an act that would consider unforthcoming of such a figure and then thusly buried it? Who could have guessed? I don't know, man, but I'm still pretty suspicious of the owner of the old theme park. I think the gang should look into that. I think he might be. Don't call me crazy, but I think maybe he's trying to spook people away from the land so that he can sell it. Get it for a good price. Somebody should really tell Scooby about this. And perfect. Come here. There we go. I have a folder of just random videos already. Just waiting. Just absolutely big iron on his hip. Man, oh man. Oh man, I'm super excited. I think I'm gonna be able to get a book made. Not like a book written, like I'm gonna get somebody to who knows how to actually do like book binding, to bind a bunch of sheets of parchment paper for like a D&D prop. I'm really amped for it. Big iron. Big iron bug. Oh my god. But yeah, I don't know. I'm very excited for the possibility of it, because I love the idea of being able to present like a bound leather tome and be like, yes, decipher this. You know, I think life's just better when you can hand people big tome. You know, an important part of the balanced diet. Giant leather tomes of parchment paper, all strung together neatly as can be. It's important. You haven't lived until you've had a giant bound tome handed to you. It's like a necessary part of growing up. Oh man. Dude, yeah, I know, right? I'm probably gonna get 2 done up. One's gonna be a spell book, and one's gonna be just like a research journal, basically. I'm taking some inspiration actually from some of the stylistic choices that I want from Princess Zelda's research journal. Because I don't know, I really like it. I think the aesthetic that Zelda has for archaeology is a really cool one. I like really enjoy it. There's a bug in the New Vegas that makes a big iron plays twice as much and often one right after another. A bug? That sounds like a feature. What do you mean? That's as intended. The developer just doesn't want to admit it. So somebody went by, like, he just loved the song so much, and somebody came by and was like, Phil, it seems like the, you know, it just seems like the, it seems like it's playing it a lot. You know anything about this? No? That's weird. Must be a bug. Yeah. Well, it's not coming up on any of our bug trackers. It seems actually anytime that somebody submits a ticket, it immediately deletes it if the ticket includes the words big iron and hip. Do you have any idea why that's set up? No. That's really weird. That's so strange. Yeah. Well, it's just the thing is, we were able to find the piece of code that's deleting the things, and well, Phil, it seems like it was implemented under your employee number. What? No. Oh, Phil, gee, I must have just been some mistake or something. I don't know why it is, but you can correct it, right? No. Huh? Phil, what? I won't do it. You can't make me. I like the song. Just starts losing his mind. Oh. I'm actually very curious how Avowed's gonna go. Which is the Skyrim-esque, like, well, just the fantasy game, Skyrim-esque fantasy game coming out from Obsidian. Just because, like, I could be wrong. I don't think they've done a fantasy RPG before. And so this is like, you know, they're so famed for having done New Vegas. And it's like, I would love to see what they would do with, like, all of the, like, New Vegas and Outer Worlds are both shooters. Like, they're both gun-based, yeah, I would argue a post-apocalyptic for both. They're at the very least both dystopian. I would say it's an apocalypse if the capitalists won, but you know, that's just a personal opinion, I suppose. but no, for real, I like it. They're both at the very least Despoken. And Outer Worlds and Grounded, they've had hits in some. In fairness, most everyone who's played Grounded seems to quite like it. It's just an odd game. Like, even when I played it, I was like, oh, this is fun enough. I think I would love Grounded if I played it with friends. It's just, I didn't play it socially. But I feel like if you played that game socially, it's a lot more fun than trying to play it single player. But, you know, I mean, it's the same as Sea of Thieves. Like, but I mean, minus the fact that Sea of Thieves requires you to play socially no matter what. But I think it's just kind of like one of those games where like it just benefits from being played with other people. And a lot of the people I think who got it don't have a group who wants to play the Honey I Shrunk the Kids game. Like, for better or worse. But yeah, I don't think Grounded's a bad game. Like a miss in terms of popularity, sure, but in terms of quality, I don't recall it being like a buggy mess or anything like that. I'm actually wondering, I don't know if any of you have returned to Cyberpunk. I'm wondering if I should give it another go. Basically, like it with its patch 2.0, and actually it's funny. I was in a bookstore this weekend, and I saw it's like a thing. It was like way more of a thing in the like 90s and early 2000s, and before you know, before YouTube existed. But there apparently used to be these like I've seen them before, and I never understood why they would be bought, and then eventually it was explained to me. But it's like a walkthrough, basically. It's a book that's a walkthrough that used to be able to buy with games, and some games still make them. And it tells you exactly, basically, like, oh yeah, like, so this level you do this, and you're looking for this, and this is where that is, and this is where that, and it's like a proper published book, usually third party, sometimes approved by, but typically approved to be published by the actual game makers. I actually, I think I got one at one point from GameStop it was a gift along with a copy of like Lego Batman 2. Like I'm pretty sure I got given one at one point. And I still have it somewhere. Only played Destiny 2 for quite some time, but I got back into Skyrim recently. Kept trying to reload my sword. That's honestly hilarious. Kill someone? All right, let me reload. But just you reload your fists like Henry Cavill. Oh my god. But anyway, yeah, like those old video game walkthrough books. I saw one of them yesterday, or on the weekend, at a bookshop for Cyberpunk, and I was like, oh, this is useless. This is utterly useless now. This book is simply useless. 2.0 has changed all the perks. It has like so much has changed. There is no value to having that, but it couldn't. Even some of the story missions have changed, where they've tweaked them slightly or changed a little bit about something to make it like make more sense. So I'm like, man. Also, I wonder, do books have an R rating? Or wait, no, like, can books have... There's no rating system for books, are there? Huh. There's no rating system for books. I think I just realized that. Wait a minute, that means, yeah. So if there's no rating system for books, yeah, you could buy the book about the video game and just see it all that way. Anyway. An era where updates couldn't be put. Yeah, exactly. It's like a total relic of the time where like a game was made and that was it. There wasn't an update. There weren't patches. Patches wasn't a thing. Games weren't a service. It's the same way I remember when I first got into Smite. I was, oh my god. I remember because like I was just a little kid or whatever, and I was like I somehow got. Oh, I know. I got a beta key from a YouTuber I loved. I loved watching it, and I got a beta key from that. And I was like, yeah. And I got to play Smite very early on. I remember oh my god, I can never tell my parents this. I went to the Wikipedia page, and for every god in the game, I printed their whole thing, like a page or two for each one, for their full move set, the good items with them, like how to build them for different types of things. Because I was like, yeah, this is gonna be a good guide, and then I can learn all of them. And there was like 40 gods. And I got my little binder. I got a little binder out, and I drew a little logo for it and everything. And I oh man, it's It's so nerdy. I put everything into this one little binder. I got it all set. I alphabetized it so I could find the guy. I alphabetized it by mythology, so it'd be the Mayan gods and all of their because those who don't know, like the champions are gods and not champions, unlike League, and they're based on different mythology, so like Roman, Greek, Norse, Mayan, Polynesian, etc. And I got it all set up, and I was committed to learning each one. I was like, okay, so like Apollo's dash applies an AoE, and it does this, and like I was learning each thing. I was like, and if you build this item on it, it's very good. And I remember I got it like finished. I was so pleased. I got this thing finished. Oh my god. And then like a patch came out, and it's different. They reworked one of the gods. They changed all of his abilities. Every item changes with every patch. They're constantly changing this game. It is like one of the it's an MMO, or it's a MOBA. It's one of the most like constantly updated games in the world. Like as a style of game. Like sure, like you'll get occasional balances nowadays for like a Warzone or like a Fortnite or something like that in each season. But like, oh my god. Every week or two, there's a patch for Smite, because they're constantly trying to tweak to be like, okay, this is not working exactly, or we want this, like we want to make the gods more viable or less viable, or they're too overpowered and stuff like that. Oh, I'm not. It's very dirty. Oh my god. I can never admit that to my parents. I printed it in color. Chatters. I shouldn't have done that. I printed like 100 pages in color. I didn't need it to be in color. Oh no, I remember I remember my parents throwing what happened to all the ink? I was like, I don't know, I don't print things. Cause like, and it got blamed on my older siblings because they were in, like, at that point I wasn't doing enough, like I wasn't really at a point in school where like projects that required printing were as much of a thing, you know what I mean? It's like they were that is so much ink. I know, cause for every god I put the actual art. I put the art that went along with each ability and the art that goes along with each thing. I was making like this immaculate book. I was basically making my own version of these books that you could buy of like how like a game works. Oh no, like the pages came out heavy, like damp. Heavy, weighted and damp with how much ink was put onto them. You know what I mean? Where like a regular piece of paper comes out of like a printer and it like looks like heavier in the middle, like its edges are clearly not as wet because of how much ink was put onto it. Do you still have it? I think it's somewheres, yeah. Or I know I had it at some point, but I can't remember. I remember picking it up when I was like when I moved out, and I can't remember if I threw it out of shame. And I was like, oh no, I'm pretty sure I threw the thing away. I might still have it. I might throw it in a closet somewhere. I just left it buried forever. Oh my god, I kind of hope I still have it. That's fun. It would be a cool time capsule, just because it would also show like what those abilities of God looked like back in like, I think it was like 2012 or something. Oh my god, 2011 or 2012. Oh, like it's the same as like if somebody had a combat book from Minecraft. Like you had those books that Minecraft published, and then they changed the combat system, so all of it was useless. Or redstones entirely. It's like, well, now this is a useless thing. Oh my gosh. Yeah, that could be like that. Well, Nap, you said a lot of things in stream that make you much younger. You obviously are. What do you mean? We have been over this. I am old. Side-eye in my guide for Minecraft. Command blocks. Oh my god. I need to find my Minecraft guides. I remember I saw a TikTok of some dude who found like a primo set of the Minecraft guides. It was it was like just set up, and it was what do you call it? Minecraft guides, and it was like still in its like box and casing and stuff like that. And it was at some yard sale or whatever that was, and I was like, man, that'd be sick. That'd be such a fun. The person was like, for $5. I was like, $5? Those things probably go for like. I feel like if I put that thing on like, I don't know, like eBay, I'm pretty sure someone would pay like $100 for that, easy. This convo and playing on the playground in 2015, it'd be young when Adventure Time came out and on. Maybe it's just, you know, relative. Maybe I meant like young, like 35. Wait, how long ago? If I'm 58, how long ago was? Yeah, maybe that's what I meant. I don't know. Shut up. We've been over this. Ah, yes, 2015, 23 years ago. Might as well have been. Jeez. You kidding me? 2015 feels 23 years ago. My God. After just the insanity that was like 2016 to now, man. Like, it's literally the second half of 2016, like post June 2016 to now feels like just an eternity of time has gone by. I swear it. Like, man. It feels like it's just been so long. Like, what was even happening? What was even happening in 2015, man? I don't know. Must have been something, right? Something must have happened. Feels like it was, I don't know, like Gangnam Style in 2012, and then boom, modern day. Oh my God. Pick. Too bad to think back that far. Well, let's see. What was happening in 2015? It was the end of the Obama administration. It was the beginning I guess it was the beginning of Brexit and stuff like that, which leads into 2016 is the year of Brexit and Bernie Sanders and that election. You know, Hillary Clinton. You know, I'm just chilling in Cedar Rapids. Vine dies off, I'm pretty sure, in 2015. Does it? Or no, Vine dies off in like 2018, isn't it? Wait, when was the last time Vine dies off? When did Vine die off? When did Vine die? 2017, my bad. Vine was popping off in 2015. What happened in 2015? I feel like there were events. Like, I can picture every other year a lot clearer. 2015 feels weird. Oh, that's, what are some world events? Was that the London Olympics? No, that's 2016. What happened to Vine? Twitter bought Vine in I forget when Twitter bought Vine. Anyway, Twitter bought Vine at some point. And then Vine basically got shut down by Twitter at the time because it just wasn't making money. They couldn't figure out how to monetize it, basically. Which is true. They couldn't figure it out. Which, you know, turns out TikTok figured it out. Ads. Mind you, TikTok doesn't have to be financially successful. It is, but... Or supposedly it is, we don't really know, but it doesn't have to be because it is backed by a... this is not... I'm not saying this in a negative way, I'm just saying it's backed by the CCP. So... California caught fire. Yeah, but I think 2016 was the year of the actual, like 2016 was the year of like the really bad fires. Like there's been really bad fires every year, but that was the one that where it was like, whoa, climate change. I'm pretty sure it was that year. Like 2014 was when Crimea was annexed. I'm trying to think. Oh, what's his name? Yeah, that's I think that's Trudeau, right? He's 2015, and then because yeah, he's in, and then Obama is with him, and that's like a whole thing. Because I remember, yeah, because we learned about that. That's like they had like really good relations, and they had a diplomat. Bruce Heyman was our diplomat to Canada, and he was like wrote a book, and anyway, that's a whole thing. I had to read that. I actually have that book somewhere. I had to read that for a course. Let's find out. What have 10 most significant world events in 2015? Okay, not gonna talk about that one. That one's sad. That one's sad. That one's sad. Oh yeah, the Paris Accords. That's something. Yeah, those. Yeah, we did the 2015 Paris Accords. The Iran nuclear deal. Gay thing was 2015. Wasn't gay marriage 2016? I could be wrong. I thought that gay marriage was 2016. Like the first half was 2016. I could be totally wrong on that, but that's what I thought it was. No, you're right. Yeah, it was June of 2015. Ah, okay. I thought it was 2016 for some reason. I don't know why. I just thought it was 2016. What are some things that happened? We're also sad. Oh yeah, the 2015, yeah, because that's, yeah, I already said that though, the start of Brexit type things, because the Conservative Party gets a majority for the first time in like 20 years, and then they're like, David Cameron's like, I'm gonna bet my leadership, I'll step down if people vote for Brexit. Bad move. I mean, dude always sucked, but still. Not like it was good. I just 2013 was like the big Japan earthquake. I think. Yeah, that's sad. That's sad. That's sad. Good lord, that's sad. Caitlyn Jenner, apparently, was a 2015 thing. Deflategate. Oh, you know, all of us here. Big, all of us here, big NFL fans. Deflategate with Tom Brady. Alas, you know. That's, oh, the dress! Is it blue or is it gold? That was 2015. Really? That was 2015? Why does that feel so much older? That feels like a 2013 thing. Yeah, NFL. Woo! Yeah, exactly. I knew you guys would be hype. Yeah, man. You guys love the NFL. Like your guys' favorite thing to talk about. You guys never let me get a word in edgewise. You're always talking about the NFL. You guys are always out here like, oh man, Nap, the Dallas Cowboys, going all the way this year. When was Laurel and Yanni? When was Yanni and Laurel? (2018) is when it became popularized. The original video was posted in 2007, but 2018 is when it was a big thing. But yeah, that tracks. That sounds about right. Yanni or Laurel? 2018, I think, was also what? Despacito? What? Don't ever make that noise to me again. Good lord. Yanni or Laurel? Where's Edward? He has good memory for this kind of stuff. Where's the man himself? Not gonna lie. Yeah, it's a good song. I can understand why it became the #1 song on YouTube of all time. Yeah, it's a solid song. I had to draw a cartoon character for class today, and it came out looking like a Bored Ape NFT. Oh. I mean, hey, you know, it's probably more original than any of the Boring Ape NFTs. GME was 2021, wasn't it? Or was that 2020? No, it was 2021, I'm pretty sure. I feel like the first half, like January of 2021 was like, was GameStop stocks. It's interesting, actually. I think, even though it had more radio play, I do think the original Despacito is I think I prefer it to like the one that, because like Justin Bieber recorded it as well, right? Or he like was featured on a version of it. And it was good. Don't get me wrong. I don't mean that as to be like Justin Bieber bad. I just mean like, I feel like his version was not as solid as like the original. Like his feature, I was like, ah, it's. Did I lose my sub message? Did you? I don't think so. You shouldn't have, unless it was maybe your sub was a gifted sub. I don't know if you get a message for that one. Perfect. Well. Oh. Every time I see it, I love Jasper so much, man. Every time I see his little face in chat, it brightens up my day. I just see I just love that image of him so much. I'm so happy that I was able to make a deep fried image of my cat, my own emote. That's great. Scram. And then send in chat. Oh, weird. Try reloading the page. That might help. Wonder when Caleb's gonna come back. He might not stop in today. I don't know. He's a man of many mystery. off to the. I feel like he's gonna. He's talked a big game. I don't know. I'm scared. I'm a little frightened. I feel like it's gonna. I feel like it's gonna be excessive, and I don't know what to do with that, and I'm scared a little bit. I ain't gonna lie. But I'm just gonna. I think he'll be reasonable. I think he'll just go one above. I think that's all he's gonna do. He's gonna get into a little one above war with you, and I think that's all he's gonna do. And I hope that's all he's gonna do. I'm so spooked. Nice. It's gonna take a hot minute before it's like truly ready. You know, it's gonna take some time to run before it's really at a point of being like, oh, it's like absolutely ready. No, but like I'm like nervous about that. I'm like, chill. We don't need to be doing all that. IRS is gonna find me. I'm kidding. I pay the tax. I'm kidding. Jasper, script. Ah! I hear the scream in my head, like the like. You guys know the Yoda death noise from Lego Star Wars? You guys know that noise? Is that something you're familiar with? What's that? That's how I hear it in my head. So like. Is that a challenge? No, it's not! Good lord! He deserved it. He was on the road. I didn't want to find out why he crossed it. He crossed me first. He deserved it. He thought he could cross my road. I don't think so. Absolute fiend. Absolute fiend. This is gonna be Yoda death sound. I love it so much. Oh my god. It's so good. Everything about it, man. Oh. Just make this sound to redeem. Oh my god. It's too good. Why'd they do Yoda like that? There's also this wild, it's this wild little video of like, of somebody doing a bad Yoda impression, but it's just Yoda speaking, like people be running over kids in a 2003 Nissan Altima and be like, can't help being a Gemini. And I don't know why it gets me. I don't know why. The new subset? No, I would never do Charles Entertainment cheese like that. Are you kidding me? You're telling me that Chuck E. Cheese, a puppet of Chuck E. Cheese doing a Twitch stream in 2020 to keep the Chuck E. Cheese brand alive because the restaurants couldn't be open, playing Fall Guys for hours, not saying a word to camera as people keep in chat spamming the word poggers, and it's clear, it's so clear, the guy who's puppeting him has no idea, he has no idea what poggers means, and he's scared to say it. He doesn't know if it's a good or bad thing to say, but he goes and then eventually he turns to the screen, dead eyes at it, and just goes, poggers, and then just, it just turns back to playing his game and goes, what is that? Why is that the official Chuck E. Cheese brand? Oh my god, I love it. I love it so much. Oh, what's that red thing in the background? That That's a nether bleed. I don't like it over there. Makes me feel weird. Blacked out last time I was over there. It was bad. It was bad news bears. Grab some of this, grab some of that. Grab some of this. Yeah, gabagool. No, not that gabagool. And we're fine. No, Angel, no! This is not allowed. You stop that. Jeez. This thing took so much iron. Oh my god. I always forget how much iron I put into this one factory. And it's not even on anymore. It's not even on. Because I don't need it to be on. Because I have so many pumpkins. I don't even need this thing anymore. Oh my god. And then this one I need to redo because it was a bamboo farm. I was like, oh, I need sugarcane now more. And then, you know what? Let's redo this farm. Let's lower it. Let's just lower it. You know what? It's fine. It's fine. I'm just gonna do it. I'll figure it out. It's cause Poggers!
Oh, there we go. I had to get my phone. Thank you for 14 months, Snap. I am so glad to be part of this chat and community.
Aww.
Now I will go to sleep to your nice voice. JK, I will thought Napole 16 heart Napole 16 heart Napole 16 heart.
My nice voice! I'm glad that somebody thinks so! What a soothing voice I have! Oh man, Whipline, thank you so much for the prime, dude! Oh my god, 14 months! Jeez, where's the time go? Where did the time go? Starting the fire. Uh-oh. What don't I need? I don't need feathers. Who just at me? Who dares? Don't do that. Don't at me. You're not allowed to So true. It doesn't feel like long, dude. Oh man, exactly. It's like over a year. That's crazy. That's like a year and a half. Anyway, good night, Jack. Good night. Good night, Whipline. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your evening, dude. Sleep well. Oh my lord. Angel's just out here throwing hands. Alright, and then, oh, and then I need these, because these are all gonna go down a level. It'll be fine. I mean, arguably, yeah, I should just make these into, yeah, so that they line up better with that look. And then we're gonna do this. No, that's not what I wanted all. No, you fiend! You absolute! I was doing so well! I was doing so well! Where is it? Give me that. No, I Snap's computer, but then I can't stream, dude! I need that! I need the computer, dude! Yeah, whatever, I'll just do this. This is gonna be easier. my god. Okie, and then observer. No. Oh, this is gonna be so painful. Oh no, do I need to break out this wall too? Oh my god. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. We'll fix it. We'll fix it. It'll be fine. And one more there. Okie dokie. Hop down here, move around here, va va boom, sleep in this little bed that's conveniently placed in front of the grass block. And ba bing ba boom. Man, we're getting two farms done in one day? Huh. And you guys say I never do anything. You guys say we never advance in the old Napoleon streams, in the old Napoleon world, eh? Bet you eating your words now. Cause you know, you all say that, all of you, every last one of you. And then server. Nope, didn't need that to happen, but. You absolute... Oh my god. It moved me up the half step. Why? And I'm gonna come back over here. Perfect. But then I need to go back here just ever so quickly. Ever so quickly. Come in. Come in. Give me the other one back. Give me it. What? I think this has actually been probably one of the... This has probably been one of the chillest streams we've had in a long time. My voice doesn't even feel destroyed. It's crazy. Normally, I shred my vocal cords every stream. You know, because that's what the people want. Glad you survived. I survive every stream. It's just normally I do a lot more bits, but I've needed so much of my brain power. Couldn't do bits. Had to use the brain power for brain things, you know? Back. Grand. Joke number 3. What has 75 pairs of sneakers, a ball, and 2 hoops? A centipede basketball team. Oh! Oh. Oh god. Oh god, why? You know, I never said it was good. I never said it was good joke. You know, I never promised these to be like quality. As a matter of fact, I'm pretty sure I promised the opposite. So like, you only got yourself to blame. On the shame. Hey Eric coming. Hey Eric coming. Hey only Eddie himself to blame. And if you'd have been there, you'd have seen it. I swear you would have done the same. I can take this out. Piece of glass that I don't need to have wasted here now. Solid, man. Okay, so there is water involved here, right? Yeah, that's what's under there. So the water's there for it. I'm not sure why that's acting like that, quite honest with you. Oh, maybe I got sucked down. Okay, it did. There's a section that is now down here like this. I got a lot of bamboo, which, you know, is useful as a fuel source now, but because, you know, you can make bamboo blocks. But all in all, that's gonna now be a solid sugarcane farm. That was pretty painless. That was a painless remodel of that. Hey, I know that song. What song? Never heard of it. What are you talking about? You're crazy. You're losing your mind. You're bonkers. Oh yeah, I meant to build a second one. I always had meant to build 2 of these in the same thing because I was like, yeah, that makes sense. Those 2 of them would be in the same area. And I probably will in time. I just don't know what I want the second one to be. You know what I mean? Like, I'm like, well, I don't have super strong opinions for it to be one or the other, really. Don't cut some of these bad boys. Wappa boy. Your favorite is 2? I don't know. The Centipede one is pretty funny. Centipede basketball team? That's classic. That's a riot. Oh, that's a total gas. Oh man. I feel like we were forgetting something. Like for the for the sake of what should I call it? For the sake of 2015, I feel like we forgot something. I won't lie. I feel like something was forgotten. Something else definitely happened that we just didn't even consider. But I can't for the life of me figure out what. I have no smooth, no stone. Weird. Almost always have stone on me. There we go. Grab stone. It's probably something else, but oh well. It'll come to me. It'll come to me. But yeah. Been a real chill stream. I'm excited for as we get closer towards the towards October, as I've said before. Now, again, not the overhype, just, you know, big plans coming October. Huge development. I'm gonna become like the kid gonna drop his mixtape, like on his SoundCloud. Dude's just like, listen, I'm just saying, working on big things, big project coming down the line. It's gonna be like a 2-minute video of just me screaming. It's gonna be the whole thing. It's gonna be going like, ah, like that's the whole thing. There's nothing else to it. It's just that. It's just that, and you guys have to live with that. After talking about oh, it would take more than that. I would need to be doing that noise like all stream. You do, like, I just haven't been as boisterously loud as I usually am. I guess you could say I'm normally quite a loud fella. I would watch that. You would just watch 2 minutes of just me just absolutely giving it my all, just screaming. I feel like that's not that entertaining. I won't lie to you. I feel like that lacks some of the appeal. Sometimes the timing's right, you know? Sometimes the timing's right with the songs, and I'm always so pleased when it is. Is there no... Oh, it's the repair thing. There's no stone cutter here. I definitely stole the stone cutter from here. I definitely placed one at one point, and then I was like, I need this more, and just took it with me. Oh, here's one here. Perfect. Back. Yeah. And then we're gonna trade that out for some base stone. And did I? Oh, I broke dirt to make this space. And we'll throw away that. Perfect. Easy. Something to actually do. Great. Sun's going down. Sun's going down. Yeah, very committed. Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. There's lots of things that happened in 2015 that I can think of, but like, I'm like, well, that's not exactly something I can be like, oh, guys, don't you remember this happened? Like, I feel like those are kind of ones that are a little more on the end of Oh right. Oh yeah, that happened. Oh yeah. Ooh. Not poggers. Oddly enough, I feel, yeah, like poggers might not be the word to use for some situations. Like, back behind me, demon! Foul beast! Get thee behind me. Yeah, where's the stone cutter? Ew. I really light this place up, you know that? For a city? Not super well lit. Do you mind, young man? The roads will never be yours, Mr. Spider. Try again next year, pal. Invited chat? No, not chat. They don't deserve it. They didn't do anything wrong. Yeah, that's right. You better not be on a road. Go. Spiders think they're all that. Yeah, that's right. Nerd. I lit up the place where people live. Minus where Brandon. Not minus the place where Rain. You know, I like this area. I think next we're gonna. I finished what I want that to look like. I think I'll gather some quartz off stream, and then we'll finish that, because I think once that tower's done, that main tower has a lot of design work that I wanted to do for it, with a lot of different like detailing. And if that's done, it makes a lot more of the castle look done, even if the rest of it's still incomplete. And it makes, you know, a bit more of a home and stuff like that. It's the first major chunk of the. It's the biggest part of the castle, you know. So I think getting that done soon would be a good idea. Excuse me. Can I help you? Oh, there's two of them. Dastardly foes! Really, light this place up. I feel like I leave this place very dangerous for no reason. Maybe on account of the fact that I like the danger. Maybe I don't mind. Maybe it's the fact that it is dangerous that sells you on being here. Who knows? Looks like you found a gem. Hard to say. Oh man, it looks thick. I like the hardcore world. You know what? You know what? After two and a half years and 3,188 days on it, not a bad place. Didn't prank channels get big on 25th? Oh, that was also the rise of Logan Paul and Jake Paul. 2016 is when the Logan Paul flourished thing happens. So that happened in 2015. That's mostly it. Honestly, it's not a whole lot happened. It seems pretty big bummer of a year. 2016 is one of those big, like, for some reason, not for some reason, like that we know why, but like 2016 was a huge year with like a lot happening all throughout it. Like that year had so much from like, I think probably the highest amount of celebrity deaths of any given year, particularly major celebrity death, because it was like David Bowie, Prince, Muhammad Ali, Carrie Fisher, what's his name, the guy who gotta have faith, whoever that is, I forget his name, Alan Rickman, I was gonna say Patty LuPone, he's not dead, and a bunch of others, like a million others, also died that same year. It was like a bad year for it though. It was that, there was, the primaries and the presidential election, Brexit happened, Harambe happened, just like a whole bunch of things. The French election, that's pretty good. Or sorry, the French election was in 2015. That's my bad. French election was 2015. That was when Macron got his first win. Fry slicer at the end of the potato can, would it slice the potato upon exit? It would depend on how sharp the blades of the slicer are. If they're too dull, I think it would explode the cannon. It depends. Velocity and strength of or it might just hit the slicer out of it. Yo, MJ! Thank you so much for the 5 gifted, dude. Oh my god, thanks so much. That's way too kind of you, dude. No need for all that. Oh my good gracious. But anyway, chatters, I hope y'all had a good time. We're coming to that. Oh, look at that funny. Oh no, why? What happened to the MJ that wanted to save my voice? What happened to the MJ? What happened to the MJ who worried and was concerned? Oh my god. I have half a mind to take my thank you back. Oh my god. Oh, thanks, MJ. Oh my good gracious. Anyway, chatters, I guess that means there'll be a horror stream added in pretty soon. Thanks, MJ, genuinely. I do appreciate it. The support means a lot. It really does. There'll be a horror stream. I'll put some polls into the subscriber chat of the games off the list to pick from. I try to stay away from any that have like there's certain ones I will probably just not play due to like certain amounts of body horror and certain amounts of other things, or just that like have themes that I don't think are good for this channel. But rest assured there'll be spooky games picked. Chatters, thanks so much for coming out. I appreciate it. I really do. I don't know, chill streams like this, I really enjoy. It was mostly just like chatting about different things and hanging out while I picked away at building some farms and yeah, I hope you enjoyed. It was a bit of a slower stream in that way, but I had a lot of fun. I hope you did too, and I will see you next time. Bye, chat. Bye, chat. Bye.